I'm already live. Let's go. Let's go.
Hang on.
Okay,
What? You don't
okay.
have his
What?
fluffy screen thing taken 10 years?
I did. I just pressed it as soon as.
Oh, it came through, but it still took 3 years.
I mean, that might be an internet issue then.
2022, get the fuck out.
What's happening? What's happening? Hi everyone. Hi everyone. We've had a roller coaster of technical difficulties and scheduling discussions, and we're just gonna hop into D&D and forget about life for a moment and just have a good time. I hope that's okay with everyone. But I do appreciate everyone being here.
We're gonna focus on our not real lives, our lives where we're not really living our best life, but you know we're giving it a good go.
Yeah, we're giving it a good go, says the person who's dead.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, if anyone is just living their lives in this campaign, it's Anna. Maybe Arthur.
Hey, Rudy's living his best unlife, okay? Come on.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh my god.
I just have like a lot of things to keep an eye on. Should we just do this thing? Should we just do this thing?
I want you to give us one more mushroom rundown. What does it look like? Oh wait, you'll do that in the thing. Never mind.
I'll do that in the thing.
That. Yeah,
hold on.
do the thing.
Trying.
No,
I'm also. Why is Arthur? Okay, good. Now we're just gonna hop in. What is happening? Who's burning who? Did I miss something?
You burned Aussie.
Oh,
yeah.
You would have if you
I
still
don't
had
know.
like skin. So.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue. I think he's reached the part instead where sun will make him paler because it's bleaching his bones.
This is true in game and real life.
Wow.
I mean, what?
Devil Monka?
On that note, did you all know that my younger brother once had his face fall off? On that note, the Vanguard of the Black spreading out to protect the civilians of Vandoria to the best of their abilities found the entire area overrun by woodland beasts.
Everyone was like, hang on, story time. Yeah, even the chats, excuse me.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
Are we gonna leave that there? Josie!
Are we just gonna...
Josie!
That was the plan! But
no, it's not the plan!
My recap.
I'm sorry, the people want what they want.
I'm sorry, but Moogle's saying leave it where it is. And...
It's Moogle! You take back those words, damn it.
I must wander forever.
The only thing I'm telling you all is that your mental images are probably a lot worse than reality. And I did tell Orthopan this story. No, short version is my younger brother once stopped because he had car issues. He opened his, he popped the hood, and he got boiling cooler liquid sprayed in his face.
Ooh.
Luckily, he was wearing his cool shades, so his eyes were fine, and he immediately called the emergency number. So, but yeah, the top layer of his skin just necrotized and sloughed off, and he was all you know that red fresh skin, his entire face for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're not talking muscle tissue. We're talking about just the very top layer,
like that newborn red sort of look.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually saw worse stuff on Friday, so carry on.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying your mental images are probably worse than reality.
Yeah, actually.
Yep.
It sounds a lot worse than it is.
But it was his entire face, and there are pictures of Instagram for anyone curious. Can I do my recap now?
I can just imagine Josie's brother.
Josie's brother.
You will not find him if you search Josie's brother. I can tell you that.
I'm gonna search Josie's brother now. I want to know what comes up. You can do the recap.
I'm gonna do my recap.
Yeah.
The Vanguard of the Black, spreading out across Bandoria to protect the civilians to the best of their abilities, found the entire area outside the archtree overrun by woodland beasts covered in mushrooms. The fungal blight having breached the borders of the Druid Haven. The celebration of Gianna's awakening is put on hold as the battle ensues all over the surrounding area. Barriers of all kinds are erected by various members of the Vanguard to shield the fleeing townsfolk, corralling them all towards the arched tree where protection seems promised. The Vanguard fights on all fronts. Sorry. The ones who fall to the beast's rampage soon rise, mycelium and mushrooms claiming their dead bodies. Nana finds herself in the fray and the parasitic mushrooms start to infiltrate her body. Rudy rushing to her side with newfound power tether their essences, sharing pain to buy Nana time. Gerald gives aerial support to multiple directions while George summons multiple creatures to help gather the spread out civilians and bring them away from harm. Arthur breaks off from the group and finds himself fighting side by side with Barb the Troll and the chattery dryad named Hala. Eventually, the beasts fall and the woods fall silent for a moment, but all of the fallen creatures then start breaking up into pieces and drag themselves across the area through the underbrush towards the middle of the clearing in front of the arch tree. During this time, Nana and Rudy figure out how to defeat the infectious fungi, and though it comes at a toll, they are both freed from the encroaching parasites. The amount of dead parts brought together by the mushrooms are innumerable, and a massive mound forms. From within its roiling center, a shape pulls itself up. It goes to speak, but Gerald gives it no quarter, still blasting. The figure pulls itself free, exploding out with the bulbous form covered in the remains of the dead and sickly fungi. She wants you all dead. Roll for initiative.
Already did.
Do you want us to roll again, or are you happy with the rolls that...
Yeah, I'm happy, except my OBS is apparently crashed.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not
You-
crashed, but it's doing things.
Oh,
doing
I see
Oh.
what it's doing, and mine was doing similar. But
Yeah,
it
mine
looks
was
great now.
similar when I hit
Hold
camera
on.
3.
Yeah, hold on. Hello?
Yeah, we're
Hello,
So
hey.
Gerald,
Hello.
Roju's having computer issues. I will be Jaeger piloting Roju. I just gotta fix apparently the battle cam. It looks okay. What was the issue? Oh yes, apparently Cuddly is Gerald today.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that, yes. And I was like, I'm gonna leave it. And then someone else just
So
already
let me
said it.
let me just fix all of
that's
this.
just because Gerald's just as cute as Cuddly.
Wow.
Hold on.
Wow.
There we go. I think that's I did it. That was so
Yes.
fast. I did it.
Wait,
Yes, it's
Hold
good.
on.
yeah.
Everyone's in the right
think-
spot
I think
currently.
that's it. Oh my god, so good.
You did
And I can turn this off. And I can do this. I can do this.
I could do this. I
Okay.
could do this.
Yes.
no
Those of
problem.
you who had already rolled initiative, keep those there, because some of us rolled in advance just to get this party started.
Oh, there's that audio volume.
Oh my
Yep,
lord.
that's the warning.
I thought I actually turned it down.
That's okay. We got it. We got it now.
I had mine
Wow.
ready because Josie,
Damn, I still
Warm
have
us.
birds.
Well,
And
the
fighting.
birds should still be there, but there should also be fighting noises.
Yeah, there's fighting noises. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely there. Yep.
Okay,
Don't worry,
who
it's just my
missing?
end, it's all
Rudy,
good.
we're
Oh.
missing your initiative.
Yeah,
and
we
we're
are, sorry.
missing- I'll have to put George in manually.
Here we go.
I am glad I'm not cursed. Arthur
9.
can go before me every single time. I do not mind. It gives me just a
Arthur
moment
is so
to
happy
know.
he's got that initiative. 'Cause
Yeah.
Arthur
yeah.
has a feat that makes it so much better.
Nana has 2 feet.
Before we start, I'm gonna ask where do you
George
want
has
to
3.
play?
Arthur would like to be placed. So I'm guessing we're coming in from the south there.
You're allowed to place yourself within this area, like
Alright.
here.
So where Gerald is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares to his left.
Don't do left and
To
right.
his
Ah.
away from you. 5 squares away
Away-
from you.
Like here.
Yes.
Perfect. Nana, where do you want to go?
Let's see. That guy's Sorry, I really lost track of where which direction was the arch tree? I know you said it, but I've lost track of it. Was it up? It's that way. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
we want to be towards the figures.
towards the
If we want to be
figures.
Is that accurate?
I think Nana would be very close to probably where Gerald is hovering. Probably. Yes, maybe you. Oh no, I'm gonna have to use left and right. Scooch to the top of your finger.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, that perfect. I think that's great.
Okay, George.
I'm just now understanding what you guys were saying. Which, so I would probably be closer to Arthur, but also by the tree. And my rat and badger are probably, just assume they're next to me for now.
Remember the badger died. You do have the rat though.
Ah!
The
I need to close that down! Okay, yes, the rat. The rat would be in front of me, but yes. I've got it back
Okay.
under control now.
And Rudy.
Rudy will go probably in front of everyone. Essentially, two in front. Perfect. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Remember,
makes
this
sense.
bit is a cluster of trees. It does break line of sight. I just didn't want to put an actual tree there because it would ruin the entire map.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Fair
Yep,
enough.
yep,
And
yep.
that is helpful to know.
Yeah.
Mm,
And
mm.
as you are getting ready for this, you turn around and around you, you still have some allies, but you're realizing that similar mounds of fungi are also gathering, almost like a final cry in this battle. This is happening on multiple places.
Wow.
And Tristwald looks at you and says, "Do you have this?
When do we ever not have something?
All
Good
you
enough
see
for
is
me.
Arthur
Or Pela." And the troll and the dryad both followed him away.
Guys, do we actually have this?
Rudy, why would you say that? Of course we don't have this. What is this?
So Arthur was doing this, and now facing Rudy and gone.
Oh, look, I mean, look, Vanguard of the Black. We put up a strong front, you know, and whatnot.
As you're having this, the figure like breaks out of this mound of fungi that splits, almost like it's the connective, like growth is broken free and doesn't really step. It's more like rolling growth that just like moves it forward. But the huge mound splits into three very distinct, like smaller mounds of body parts, and they are still like roiling and churning and constantly moving. Arthur, you're up first.
Yeah, so happy about this. So
Remember,
Arthur-
no one is surprised, but you do get advantage because you are an assassin.
That's right. That's right. Arthur's gonna attack the one on the front there, closest to Rudy.
Yes.
That's the big boy.
That's the big boy.
That's the big boy.
For a good old 31, but he's gonna roll again because he might crit.
Doesn't hit.
31 looks like to be the best.
You fire the arrow. It hits, like, goes straight through the head. Soft tissue, the arrow goes. But you see the mushroom immediately grows up and replaces the eye that was just blown away.
Oh,
Interesting.
oh. Do I roll damage or does it not do any?
It did nothing.
Arthur, don't panic. Try another target.
Arthur, taken back from this, shoots the one furthest away from you, Josie.
Okay. Give me just a second. I forgot to prepare notes.
Roll again. So the best I could do was 31.
31 hits.
For 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage, yes. You fire arrow now, the first arrow hitting this almost humanoid torso that's swollen with growth, that's just being moved forward towards you all. The first arrow having no effect. The second arrow you aim instead towards one of these piles that are still moving, and it hits something, and you hear like a shattering sound. And there's almost like a piece of it that stops moving. and the arrow returns to your hand. Roll for damage.
Arthur will now roll. Oh, I already rolled for damage, didn't I?
Oh, 20 points?
Yeah, 20 points. Sorry.
Yeah, perfect.
So then Arthur's gonna get ready on his cantrip for Arthur's True Strike.
So for everyone, this is something new. Arthur no longer has his third bonus attack shot. Instead, he has been given a cantrip.
Ah, nice.
Yes. So
Yeah,
basically,
Arthur's True Strike. Yes, read it.
yeah. So I'm just going down to the feats real quick. So Arthur's True Strike. You speak a word of confidence to yourself, while looking eyes into the foe, if they have any. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. The next attack you make against the target before the end of your next turn, gain advantage.
Ah, I like it. That's really
I
cool.
am very happy with that.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So as Arthur's preparing that cantrip, he yells out, that big one in the front might not do so well to physical damage.
That is good to know.
And
With that, George, you are up next.
With that said, that is a perfect opening for George to decide to probe its mind to see if it has a mind to attack, and cast Mind Sliver, his cantrip.
And what does Mind Sliver do again?
You'll have to do a DC 16 intelligence save, and then upon failure, you will take 1d6 psychic damage, and you'll subtract 1d4 from your next saving throw.
Okay. Hold on. My computer is being evil. Why?
Wait. Oh, it'll actually be 2d6 or 3d4. 3d6?
11? Yeah, it would be 3d6.
3d6, because I'm not level 1.
Okay, but you want? Let's see. You cast this cantrip, and yeah, I will roll the save, but you deal no damage.
what?
And with that, for my bonus action, I will do Inspiration on Gerald and say, well, it's got no brain either, so, light her up.
As you throw out the Mind Sliver, the figure just looks at you, and the eyes, they don't blink. Instead, it's just ever so slowly, its entire form is just undulating, and it just smiles, and you see there's just a deep hollow where the inside of its mouth would be. However, I failed the saving throw. It still takes the penalty to its saving throws.
A smile.
Or does it?
I would like to say, it does have a mind, it just, doesn't
Size of a peanut.
You,
care.
I can relate.
After that, it is the avatar of Marvin's turn.
Uh-oh.
Looking all around, it just takes in the surrounding for a moment. Ah. I see. And it is going to raise a hand, and in its hand, at first it looks almost like a flower blossom, but it swells as if it's being inflated, and then it just explodes into small spores, and they fly forward towards Rudy. I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course it is. All right. So our discussion on breathing.
Yeah, no, we've gone through this now. We've
have,
checked
yep.
the official rules.
Yep.
It will not help
21.
21. You do feel as these spores connect with you, there's like a slight tingling sensation. You start feeling that it's like
okay.
hard to move your joints, but you
Yep.
just like then you realize you don't even have any muscle tissue.
Fuck. Like who gives a shit?
Oh,
Wait,
But it
what?
will also, as it does that, it is going to, instead, drawn to these spores, the avatar opens its mouth, and out comes This disgusting. Everyone can smell it as just a horrendous swarm of corpse flies follow the spores and attach to Rudy. I'm gonna need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
What
Yes.
is... Stop it! Stop it! I know I look like a corpse, but really, is this necessary?
He's not there yet.
Exactly. Not yet. Wait, not yet. Nana, what aren't you telling me? That's another 21.
Another
hacks.
21.
He's
Yeah,
kidding.
so you just like swat these bugs away. They come and they attach to you, but there's
Wait.
really nothing for them to attach to. Let me just double check. I believe it is. Yeah, you just stand there. Currently, like, Rudy turns around to all of you, just shrugs, covered currently in bugs. Imagine, if you will, Pleakley and the mosquitoes in Lilo and Stitch.
Yes. So, I don't recommend this for anyone else, but it's not too bad.
I'm sure they're part of the environment.
There's probably a frog somewhere that really wants to fight you.
And the avatar is going to move.
No, don't move.
5,
Disgusting. Don't even do it.
50,
No.
25,
No.
30 to the side. And then you see these roiling piles of bone and dead tissue. They stop for a moment and they start almost pulsating instead, faster and faster, and out of them, just what looks like a hodgepodge of small bits of bone covered in growth just gets like slapped onto the ground. And you just hear these like as 3 small creatures, one from each, come out of these piles. And I did not prepare accordingly.
Okay, I have a plan.
Uh-huh. I love your plan already.
It I'm hoping that Rudy gets the shot at that lowered saving throws.
Mm.
Do it.
Yeah. I think I have a way to keep Rudy in the melee range of that thing for an extended period of time if others want to take down the little things.
I don't think I can do damage to the big thing, so all you. If you can hurt it,
I don't think I
you
can hurt
baby.
it. I think I can hold it.
either way.
These will move.
Not around the tree. Disgusting. Get away from me. Disgusting. You disgust me. No. No. I don't even eat mushrooms. No.
And they definitely, you can see part of them, they are like small amalgam, like infant-sized, like makeshift bodies made out of these dead pieces of creatures. And they are currently just like waddling towards all of you. And Nana, it is your turn. Rudy, you're up
Welcome
next.
to Bloodborne. Cool. This is just the Pearl Beast. It's small.
I wanna play Bloodborne.
The one reborn.
Oh God, yeah, it's more akin to miniature versions of the one
It's-
reborn. Yeah,
Yeah.
Three reborn, but they're only little.
they're only little.
They're only little.
You could say they're almost baby reborns.
They're baby reborn.
Oh, baby boy.
Okay. I think probably the first and most important thing for me to do is to use my spoon for the very cool new thing that it has.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we love
yeah,
new things.
Yeah, it got a little upgraded. So what I would like,
Yeah, read it to us. New cool thing.
yeah, new cool thing. The new thing is called "Home is Where the Heart Is." The arch tree of Vandoria, the very wood whence this spoon was carved from by a young gnome as a gift for her daughter. In Nana's hands, it feels the wish to protect the beloved lands of her childhood. As an action, you can plant the spoon into ground at your feet, and the wish for others' safety permeates the area in a 15-foot radius sphere around where the spoon is planted. All allies within this radius are healed by 1d4 hit points at the start of their turn, and they reduce all incoming damage by a number equal to your wisdom modifier. This effect lasts up to a minute, or until the spoon is removed from where it's been planted. So I can't use it again until I finish a long rest, but I might as well use it now. So
Okay,
let's watch
and are
a
you
little
just
bit.
shoving it down right where you are?
I'm actually gonna move over a little bit because it won't catch Gerald anyway. So I'd like to get it probably approximately where the little rat is. So I'll probably
Wanna
put it
move
in
over
between.
here?
Yeah, that would be perfect. Does it have its
that?
little thing? It's yes.
No, it's
that's
just a
my
pink little die.
That's my spoon. All right. That is
So yes.
yes.
What is
that
your wisdom modifier?
first one? My wisdom modifier is +4.
Cool.
So remember, everyone who is within 15 feet of that little die on the map, all damage you take is reduced by 4.
Can
That's
you?
nice. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and obviously I don't think anyone else would know this,
is-
so Nana will probably like plant it, and I imagine
Yeah,
the vines from the spoon kind of make like a little radius, and she goes,
Mhm.
"Stay in the vines," and that's her action.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find something that might be a bit more visible.
Excellent.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's quite visible.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah, that's great.
Perfect.
Um,
Okay,
Yeah.
you still have a bonus action and move, and you've only used 5 foot of movement.
Yeah, and I definitely don't want those little guys to touch me at all ever. I do have a question. Is
Ever.
unsheathing a weapon not a full action, like a
No.
different weapon?
It is part. You can do it once as part of your movement, and then after that, you need to use your action economy.
Okay, I would like to unsheath the flame tongue scimitar and use my bonus action to cause flames to erupt from it.
Perfect. So for
I-
visual, what would Nana's entire turn look like? Just give us like the quick visual.
Quick visual, Nana plants the spoon, the vines from the spoon spread, and then she goes, stay in the vines. She then, from wherever, because you know she's not carrying this thing on her back, it's like from her bag or something, she's like,
Just like the sword of Gryffindor, you just like reach into
Well,
your bag of
wait.
holding and pull out a sword.
It's from somewhere, and you're like, I didn't quite catch that, but I'm not gonna ask. Yes, and then I don't think it has the word in here, but I imagine she's figured out like the Latin word for cinnamon or something.
Yeah,
Spicy.
probably. It's more the intent rather than the actual word.
Perfect.
You still have 20 foot of movement if you want to use that for anything.
Funnily enough, I'm actually gonna go back to the square I was before. Behind Rudy a little bit. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, Rudy,
Yeah.
it is your turn, and at the start of the turn, you are healed by all of 1d4.
Do you want me to roll that or?
Yeah, feel free to roll that.
Sweet. All right, 1d4. Let's go. We'll take 4. That's the most
there
you can
you
get.
go.
Love it. Cool. All right. Now, everyone, I'll try to keep the big one busy. You all focus on those. What are we gonna call them? Flesh things. Bone moving, undulating. You know what? I don't care anymore. Oi, you! I got a bone to pick with you. And Rudy starts marching up to the actual avatar, but stops within the vine's sphere of influence.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
only one, like,
boy.
there.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's one step.
And
It's
as
one
he
confident step.
one confident step. Yep, one very confident step. And as he does this, he kind of, as he goes, "I got a bone to pick with you." He flourishes with the pig figurine, and attempts to shackle with the avatar.
Ooh.
Because if I heard correctly, he has a hard time against saving throws right now. Correct?
Let me just double check. Does the shackle thing have any restrictions on how often you can use it? Because you did use it on Nana.
I did. It was. Oh wait, maybe there was. It might need a long rest, doesn't it? I'm reading it. I'm speed reading it.
Speed rating. It's usually at the bottom if it has any.
It doesn't. It does
Doesn't?
not say anything. It's just a full action.
But it does say that enemies can resist, if I
Yes,
recall.
yeah, that's why I'm hoping for the it's a wisdom save versus my spell save DC.
Wisdom save. What is your spell save?
18.
18. So you hold your pig figurine out, and this ethereal shackle reaches out, tries to grab on. Well, nice try. And you just they just shatter away. As
Oh
there's
my
just
lord.
these little mycelium tendrils just bring out and create a barrier. As the avatar uses one of its legendary resistance.
Ah, but you got one out of it, and that's good.
Ah,
That's
no,
good.
we don't mind. And
Yeah,
as we just
we like that.
maintained, there is no restriction to the amount of times Rudy can do that, so
Plus,
Oh.
Mind Sliver is a cantrip.
excellent. Oh, neat trick. I have one too. And then he also activates Shroud of the Afterlife. He's going into battle with this pig. This pig is like his weapon tonight. So I don't.
Rudy just goes, "Say hello to my little friend."
This little pig figurine. He's clutching it hard today. If it's possible.
on their side? The figure asks as you turn even more gaunt and hollow.
He's trying to
Honestly.
find it.
Because why not? It's what I want to do. And if that's selfish, then so be it.
Gerald, on his turn, is going to, having seen what's happened, is going to probably. I'm just trying to think. There's. Just for good measure, Gerald is going to start blasting. But is going to aim at the little thing that's coming around the tree to start with. I can't even find cantrips. Where are you? Where is it? Where is it? Eldritch Blast? Where are you there? God, it was so hard to find. Let's see. Plus 13. Gerald, you're insane. Plus 13 towards these. This is just a lot. They have they have an AC of 12, so yeah, everything hits.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let's see, I'm gonna roll some damage. That is. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties.
That's okay.
That's one shot. 2 shot, and with the third blast, Gerald manages to destroy the little one that was coming around the tree.
Excellent.
And he would shout something like, "They're actually quite fragile." I don't know, I can't do a Gerald voice.
That was a pretty good Gerald voice.
I
not
would
gonna lie.
say
That was pretty good.
Pretty top notch.
Let's see, does Gerald have a bonus action at all? What are you? No.
Normally hexes, I think he can, or something. Or
Yeah,
something
but
like
I don't. He's also quite limited on spell slots, and that cost him a spell
Yeah.
slot.
I wouldn't
If
use
I
one of those.
recall.
He,
No, he's used all of his big spell slots actually.
I know them feels. Minor.
Except he can actually hex using sorcery spells, but he's only got a handful left, so let's not. Instead, he's going to fly down a bit to make sure he's within the area of Nana's thingy.
Yeah. Oh, it does it. It does extend in like a little half circle. That's awesome. Or a little half sphere.
Yeah, it's like a sphere, so it goes up as well.
Yay.
So
That's
he's I keep misplacing things. What is wrong with me? He's here, but he's 10 feet in the air.
sweet.
And that is the end. We're back at the top. Arthur, it is your turn. Remember, you have advantage on your first shot.
Yes, so with that though, knowing the first shot didn't go through, Arthur puts away his bow.
Oh.
Oh, we're doomed.
He goes, Rudy, you can't do this by yourself.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you really can.
Excuse me. It is the one.
He pulls out the sunblade and he starts marching forward. next
Both
to
have stone
Rudy.
blades. Let's fucking go. But also, please don't do this, Arthur.
And he
Well,
starts-
you have a burning sword, and the one Arthur has is more like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. that's
Arthur's
right.
is like Arthur's is the actual like the real one, like the proper one, yeah.
The proper sunblade.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's just a handle, and when you activate
Wait!
it, there's just like light that radiates.
Oh my god! I just realized. Is this Is this? Is this the two deities, the representatives of the like the one? It's Saren Ray.
Yeah.
Saren Ray, yeah, and a follower of Urgathoa side by side, fighting the Avatar of
Well
Marvin.
done.
Now,
What
now,
the hell have we
that-
done?
That's what I was planning.
You know what, Arthur? I like this plan. Continue.
So Arthur's gonna move right up next to Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Arthur's able to attack because he's swap out weapons and stuff, did he? Or is he?
Yeah, you can still you like. It... No, actually, if you did like purposefully swap weapons,
Yeah.
like instead of just dropping the bow, if you stow the bow, yes, then you wouldn't be able.
Arthur's making a statement out of this, so yes, he's.
Okay. Do you
He's-
still you still have your bonus action, so you could you could potentially recast your true strike in order to keep that going.
Yeah, Arthur does that just in case.
Okay, at which target?
At the one on the left.
What on the left?
At which target?
Yeah, you have to pick a target that you have advantage to on your next attack.
Oh. Actually, no, don't worry about it. Arthur's full of confidence, he's not going to worry about it.
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough. George, you're up.
Yes. So I would like to use my distance meta magic so I can do shocking grass so I don't have to leave my little vines of safety
Okay.
on the little guys.
On the little guys, which one of the little guys?
The closest one possible. That
Okay.
way.
Yeah,
That way it doesn't hit friends, you know?
go
So
for it.
I will do that.
Because distance spells gives you 30 foot on a touch spell.
Yes.
Okay. And it's 19 will hit. Yeah.
Yep. So you take that one takes 10 lightning damage.
It does indeed. Yes, you reach your hand out, and what would this look like then? Because it's technically your own hand that starts like shocking people.
Yeah.
It's
So
a taser.
yeah. So like a taser, at first just sparks kind of like it doesn't understand that it's being used for distance at first, and then suddenly life jumps into it, and it just starts. And it jumps to the nearest enemy like it's a lightning rod, and this like white blue lightning shoots out at it.
Wonderful. Yes. So it's taken 10 points of damage, and it cannot take reactions.
Yes.
Cool.
So if you guys need to step out of its range, no attack of opportunity, I believe, right?
Correct. It cannot take any reactions.
Let's go.
And that was just your action, I believe.
Yes. My rat has no HP, so I can't send it to fight. It'll just get squashed.
Give him a
Very
torch,
likely.
Gune. Let's go. You know it's the right thing.
For my bonus action, I actually want to do something a bit different. I want to try and I don't know if I need a full bonus action for this, but what I want to do as part of my turn is to try and like in my mind or like under my breath kind of try and reach out to Desna. I know it's not the same as how Rudy has with Urgathoa, but I want to at least try, and George is basically going to be like, Desna, of all the people I've met on my journeys since I've met you, there's worse since before I met you, but since I've met you, I would say this one is probably the most bigoted, which I know you're against. Definitely causes fear, definitely causes despair. I'm just saying that this guy is kind of the antithesis of what you stand for, so I would really appreciate some form of help because I would like to help my fellow travelers like you wanted me to. And basically just take down
Make
the
your
list.
wisdom saving throw.
Draw an arrow real quick.
I feel like that's like exactly what someone who would have a lot of well versed in language would
14.
do. That sounds really good.
You get the sense that Death Knight's listening, and there's almost the sensation like she wants to help, but there's still that barrier that prevents the deities from fully interacting with the material plane, and she's unable to break through it just with this.
All right. Did that fill a full bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that will be the rest of your turn.
You
I figured
impressed
as
her,
much,
though.
which is why I said. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, the avatar. Its bottom half of the body still just rolling, constantly moving, and you can see bits of bone and skulls moving around within it every now and then. It is going to move up to Rudy. Well, actually, Arthur is closer, so it's moving up to Arthur,
Oh, dear.
and it
Bring it.
it just like looks down at you. This thing being easily like 3 foot taller than you, Arthur.
Arthur looks up, not changing his emotions at all.
I've never killed an elf personally.
And today won't be the day.
And it's just going to reach both of its hand up and just do like a Hulk slam down on you.
No.
I rolled like actual fucking shit. That's a natural 1 and a 13.
Nope.
So you parry with the Sunblade as these 2 fists come down. You lift the sword and the fists almost like shear off. But before they've reached the full duration of the slam, they've already regrown.
Awesome. Is he gonna attack again? Please tell he attacks again.
That is annoying. I'll get you. No, that was both attacks at once.
Hey!
Because Arthur has another feat that hasn't been used yet.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So it wouldn't have hit you anyway because those were shit rolls.
Oh.
Yeah, they
Interesting.
definitely would not have hit.
Arthur OP?
A little.
Has he
Actually-
always been?
With its bonus action, it is going to instead say, "That's very annoying," and raise its hand up. And what is the distance on this?
Don't you dare.
From behind, almost where you came from, Arthur. The rest of you all see there's an eruption of the ground as this cluster of roots come shooting out towards Arthur. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
Okay.
25.
25. Just
Disgusting. Nothing. can-
pirouette to the side as this root just tries to grab you, then slams down on the ground and slowly trickles back, heading back towards its burrow. As I have cast Grasping Vine.
It's like an evil nana.
What?
We have an incoming Roju.
Yeah, I was
What?
just about to
Really?
message Tracy.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
On my
yeah.
chat, bro.
Drop the extra cam and I'll bring them in. There we go. That should have done it.
Let's
nice
go.
and easy. Let's
we
go.
go.
Hold on, no one can see you yet. No one can see you yet.
No,
All right, do it again. Do it
I
again.
can see you. I can see you.
You're muted, but
You're
beautiful.
muted.
You're muted, but beautiful.
I appreciate it.
How do we
Oh, you might want to turn yourself up just a little bit.
I can.
I can hear you now. Better.
Okay.
Yeah, we got loud growly boys, so
Yeah, I've turned
How,
those down, but they're still pretty loud.
yeah.
Is that okay?
Do you want me to switch to the usual battle music?
No, I'm actually really enjoying this. It's actually really good.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
dabs
worry,
all around.
Roju,
Okay,
I see your
just
cute
in
lady.
honor of Roju, can everyone just do dabs? Can we just get around dabs? Perfect. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the game so far, Roju,
I
but
have not seen
Gerald-
a single speck of anything.
I-
all
That's
Gerald
okay.
did was fly down and blast.
You
You've
do
not spent
have
any
inspiration.
resources.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
believe I ever
Yeah.
stopped blasting Joseph.
So hang on. I think all that Rosie needs to know is Arthur's not using his bow.
Yeah, so we're
Oh, that's
fucked.
fair.
Yeah,
using
Currently,
the sword right
Arthur,
now.
Arthur is
Well-
currently like showing off his Jedi powers against this massive mushroom person.
Jedi powers?
Look,
Yes.
look,
Have we-
he
have we
parried
informed
2
him that-
attacks and like critically succeeded a dexterity save against a spell. Like he's untouched,
and no one's told
and
me
he's
not
wearing
today.
and he's wielding a sun blade. So you know, like the
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Right. Right. Maybe
Yeah.
if we just don't tell him, he won't know. Just like, you know, like Looney Tunes characters in Gravity.
This is true. Yeah.
Quick things that you should probably know.
Yeah.
There is a dice on the battle map that is, I think, Nana Spoon.
no,
and...
it's not a dice anymore. It's this
Oh.
green little token.
Okay, it's the green token. A little bit around that is like thorns. It is safety though. It's Nana's
You're in
ability
it.
where she. It gives us what is it? 4 points of damage less.
1d4. Yeah, and 1d4 healing each round. That it's your turn.
Yes.
Within 15 feet.
That's why
Another
you
thing-
You're
voted.
Can
currently
you
in
point to
it.
it for me, Josie?
You're currently in it.
Okay, so
Ah.
Gerald is here, but you're
Yeah.
10 feet in the air.
Got it.
I just couldn't find my 10 feet thingy.
All good.
This green little blob,
Yeah.
that is Nana's spoon that she's just slammed into the ground, and there's like
Oh.
green vines
Oh, I dig
on
it.
the ground. And
Yes.
anyone who is within that area, it's a 15-foot sphere. At the start of your turn, you heal 1d4 and you reduce any incoming damage by 4.
Okay. Sick.
Pretty
And it
neat.
should
Remind me
last us
because
for
I-
10
yeah,
rounds.
But,
So,
yeah,
yes.
sweet. All right.
Next
And-
piece of information. Oh, go ahead, Josie. Sorry.
Next piece is that the main boss doesn't seem to be taking any damage currently.
Oh.
Like, no matter what the party has done, it hasn't taken any damage. It still suffers effects, just not any damage.
Which we've said out loud, so Gerald knows this.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And Gerald,
did we
Gerald
try?
knows that these piles in the back,
Yeah.
they seem to spew forth mushroom creatures. That sort of like waddles towards the party, but Gerald blasted one like to bits,
Excellent.
and it died within one casting of Eldritch Blast was enough to take one down.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
You also have inspiration.
Yes.
Ooh.
George
You have
gave you
one party.
inspiration when saying just light her up.
Ooh.
Also, if you want to hit because we know the main enemy suffers effects. If you want to go and do get them to do something that involves a saving throw, they still have a.
They have
Oh.
used one legendary resistance.
Rudy
Ah,
eked out
they
a
have-
legendary
they have
resistance out of
legendary
it.
resistances. That is a good thing.
Yes.
to
And the mounts in the back seem to take damage. Arthur hit one with an arrow, and it seemed to do something.
Yes.
Okay.
Rudy has stated him and Arthur can handle the big one for a moment if the rest of the party deals with the other ones.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
So
But it is currently the on initiative count of 20. So out of each one of these bone piles,
Yep.
Yep.
another mushroom
Yep.
boy.
Don't
out of
worry.
mushroom boys.
I'm dealing with it. Don't worry.
Nana's onto the mushroom boys.
we're gonna have to do this.
Let's see. It is the mushroom boys' turn. These two are gonna run up. We're gonna get one attack against Arthur and one against Rudy.
Bring it.
Except every time I try to click on a new thing in the combat tracker, it crashes. I hate it.
Oh.
Let's see, Arthur. That is a 17 to hit.
Okay.
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 There you go.
That
So
hasn't
we,
been hit in a while.
we called out the Jedi powers and
You
lost them.
take because, well, oh my God, you're still within the area of
Yeah.
Nana's spoon.
You are.
So it goes to hit you, and you feel just this invigorating force within you. As it goes to punch you, the actual impact feels just soft and squishy, like a newborn baby. However, you take 1 point of poison damage.
Oh at one point.
Oh! Oh, we know what's gonna happen here, Josie.
Oh,
Hit me with the poison! Come on, come on, hit me with the
that
poison!
hurt. Nah.
18 to hit Rudy.
Yeah, that'll hit, yeah, right. Who is also
Okay,
within the
okay.
sphere of influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You are. You take also 1 point of poison damage.
Ah! And then gains 1 temporary hit point.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I love
And
it
then
so much.
let's see. 5, 10, 15,
So
20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5,
Oh.
10, 15, 20. And after that, it is Nana's turn. Rudy, you're up next.
Yes, okay. Wow, I see a lot of little guys up there. I'm going to run up to the little guy that, not the closest one, pretty much the closest one to me. On the other side, where there's like a cluster of
5,
them.
10. There.
And I'm gonna smack-a-rooney him with
Mhm.
my
Oh yeah,
big
Nana is
old-
also wearing the flame tongue scimitar right
I've
now.
got
upstairs.
the
Nice.
I've got the heckin' scimitar out. We're not fucking around this time. Only fire. Sorry, I got excited.
Is that a new website?
Only fire?
Only fire.
Oh,
Only
yeah,
fires.
Only the hottest of content.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Delia. I did a mistake, Rooney.
Let's see if. All right, it is a 20 to hit. I'm
Whoop.
gonna.
Okay.
Ooh, I love how it has
now-
a picture there. Look at that.
I'm just gonna.
All right. Thank you, Delia, for pointing that out. Just trying to figure. There we go. Wonderful, beautiful. Everything's good. What happened, Nana? What did
It
Nana
was a
do?
20 to hit, and I'm just rolling
20
damage because I
20
feel
will
like that'll
definitely
hit.
Yeah. It'll hit.
It is slashing
Holy
damage
moly.
5 and fire damage 12. For a
That's so
total of
good.
17.
Total of 17 points of damage.
Yeah.
It is still standing, but barely. As you carve into it, you
Okay.
sear off, like cauterizing the part. But whatever's left of it, it's like the legs and one limb. But whatever was a head and like the rest of its upper body is gone. But there's still like it's still waddling around.
That's okay. Amazing. For my bonus action, please hold. It is it's a spell that I can freely use, and it's called Misty Step, and I'm gonna go straight back to the square where I started.
Well, remember you can also use your own. If you don't want to use spell slots, you do have your hidden paths.
Yes. Oh, I think I can just use that one. Oh, maybe I can't. Let's use a.
You should have like 2 or 3 more uses of hidden path.
Yeah, but it just says I can use Misty Step, like, as a free action, and I'm pretty sure I can. Don't I have it on my... It doesn't say cast, it just says
No, it
use.
says use. No, I know what you mean, and I'm
Why,
like,
why does it just say use?
oh,
Is that wrong?
no, it's still a 1 use. It's because you have the feet Fey touched.
Right.
It's
Well, if
still
it's only
you can still only use it once for
Okay.
long rest.
Well, why don't I just use it this once, and then I know I won't use it again. And then
Okay,
that'll
where are
be
you going?
free.
Back to where you were?
Yes, please. Right
Like-
back to where I started.
That's so clever.
Just like a little poof of dandelion seeds. I don't know, erupt.
Like those little, like the ones that you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. And that is the end of Nana's turn, I believe. Remember that you should have healed 1d4 at the start of your turn because you were within the influence of Spoon.
Yes. Oh,
Rudy,
you
it
did
is your
already.
turn. You heal 1d4.
Yes, we'll just roll.
Gerald,
that.
you're up next. You're
Quick.
last in the initiative order.
We'll take another 4.
Yeah,
Mm,
I forgot
that's-
that I actually didn't have all my
That's
health. So
8
that's fine.
heal from that, which is really
Let's
handy.
go.
Rudy sees Arthur, stride up beside him with the Sunblade, eyes the Sunblade and then goes, there's an interesting bit of irony here. The weapon of Serenway, Ray, combined with the follower of Urgathoa fighting a manifestation of Urgathoa's enemy. But you know what? We'll leave that behind, and if you trust me, Arthur, I have a little idea.
Okay, let's do it.
Excellent. Now stare deep into my eyes, Arthur. Look deep.
Arthur's looking into his eyes.
You like really like look past the flesh.
Arthur's like now hardcore look into his eyes, yet disgusted that he's doing this.
Ignore the fact that the giant creature is about to slam us again. And with this, Rudy ever so lightly grazes his cheek with the pig figurine. Almost at such a very delicate touch.
This is romantic.
Wait, just like
I
what,
once
you
again
just like
ship this.
have the pig kiss his cheek.
It does, yep. And those shackles erupt from Rudy and wrap around Arthur. If Arthur allows for it, he is now shackled to Rudy with the sorry, I forgot the name again. With the mortal shackles.
The old ball and chain.
You
You guys are married now, by the way.
Yeah,
They
that's
got married.
it's a byproduct.
Rudy cast ceremony.
Let's go! When though?
Arthur sort of goes, oh, okay, oh, all right, what's happening?
No, don't worry about it. It just means we are now combined. Like, health-wise.
They are the Megazord.
We are the Ultra Megazord.
Yeah, so this ghostly chain made out of bones is now connecting Arthur and Rudy.
So essentially, Arthur, we now share everything. I heal, you heal. You take a hit, I take a hit. We are in this together, you and I. We must hold this beast here while the others take care of his allies.
Arthur
you can do
is so
that?
pumped up now. He goes, let's do this!
Very well. Does that count as casting a spell? Can Rudy
No,
cast
that's
Shield of Faith?
that's not casting a spell, that's using a feature.
Fantastic. Shield of Faith is a bonus action, so he casts Shield of Faith on himself. So he now has a
Perfect.
+2 to AC, and that will be it.
Gerald, you're up.
Yep, I am. I was just checking through my stuff, and
You
I
should have
don't
like
have
2 sorcery spell slots left and
Yep,
some
that's
stock
it.
charges.
Yeah, not enough to safely use anyway.
And you are, just for the sake of it, you are technically 10 feet in air.
Cool, got it. All right, and these little mushroom folk.
Yeah.
Have they got
Folk
legs?
is a kind word for them, I feel.
Yeah, they have limbs of sorts.
I'm trying to like figure out whether they could conceivably be like knocked prone or something.
Yeah,
Like, whether that would
you'd
have any
think
effect on
they
them.
probably could. Yeah, they probably could.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to use one of my sorcerer slots and cast Grease.
Oh,
And I'm going to grease those mushrooms up.
okay.
So it's, it covers a 10-foot square.
10-foot square. Where do you want to put it?
Basically, I just want it to be in the way of them approaching the party, essentially.
Where? Like here?
So
'Cause you could put it where you get 3 of them,
yeah, like in front of Arthur and Rudy. Yeah.
like this. You could do.
Yeah.
And then 3 of them would immediately have to roll some deck saves.
Oh yeah.
Let's see about that, shall we?
Yeah, deck save or fall prone.
Fail. 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 Yeah, those 3 are prone.
Excellent.
Sweet.
So yeah, the entire surface of that area just like suddenly gets like this slick grease, and like all the little mushrooms with their little legs like blonk.
They're doing the thing. They're on their back, and the feet are still
They're
going.
turtling.
Oh
They're
no!
turtling.
Don't make him
Oh.
cute.
Yeah, so not only are they cute and turtling, they also bop us with tiny little mittens of mushroom that just sort of like lightly tap Arthur and Rudy.
Yeah.
These
So
aren't threatening
any
at all.
creature that enters the area or ends its turn there has to succeed on a deck save. or
Actually,
fall
I do
prone
have a
again.
question. I do have a quick question for Orby. Can you read the description of your sword?
Can do. Give me a.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Alright, my son Blade. This item appears to be a long sword hilt. While grasping the hilt, you can use a bonus action to cause a blade of pure radiance to spring into existence, or make the blade disappear. While the blade exists, the magic longsword has a finesse property and goes on to, that stuff. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon to deal radiant damage instead of slashing damage. When you hit an undead with it, that target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. The sword luminous blade emits bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for another 15 feet. The light is sunlight. While the blade persists...
That's what I wanted. Yes, these little mushroom boys do not seem to like your sword.
Oh? Oh?
Yes.
I like that.
Like that.
I like that.
Because they're mushrooms. They don't want to be in direct sunlight, right?
Ah, yeah.
While the blade persists, you can use an action to expand or reduce its radius of brightness. I can expand it? Ooh. And dim light 5 feet each to a maximum of 30 feet, or minimum of 10 feet. I can make them piss off with my light. Get out of here.
Gerald, anything else? I saw you did not have much in the way of bonus actions.
You would be correct. Yeah, like I can pretty much just hex something. Oh, actually, you know what? I can convert sorcery points.
That you can.
I can. How many is it for first? Oh, okay. I can just get one first level slot. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? So I'll use the 2 sorcery points I have and convert it into a first level sorcerer slot.
There you go. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you staying put?
I mean, I'm in the air. I'm fine.
Arthur, it is your turn.
Arthur is so ready to smack this guy.
Remember, Arthur, not the big one. It doesn't appear to be taking any hits.
It's alright. I got radiant damage. It might work. Arthur attacks the big one.
Okay.
22?
22 hits, but it doesn't seem to have any effect. Again, you swing the sword. However, this time it's a much bigger hit. You manage to catch one of its arms, goes off, lands on the ground, but it immediately almost liquefies and it starts roiling and moving back and reattach itself.
Oh, that is a pain. Yes,
yeah,
Rudy.
I'm not going to say I told you so, but
Rudy, you were correct. Now that little mushroom boy, he's in my target range now, isn't he?
please stab him. Yes.
You have one mushroom boy.
Stab him, yes.
Because I have Horde Breaker, I believe. I'm just double checking on that.
Oh yes, no, that's correct. You can attack a free. You get a free attack.
Yes, as long as they're 5 feet and with each other. So Arthur attacks the little mushroom guy.
The mushroom guy who's prone, and you probably get advantage on.
Yeah, you have advantage on the attack.
I'll do it again.
Oh, a 21, that doesn't hit them.
26 is the
No,
best I
that's
can
gonna hit
do.
them.
Definitely,
No,
that's
they're
definitely
like
gonna hit. Yeah,
easily
yeah,
bosses
definitely.
here.
One
Also
greasy
damage.
mushroom boy.
It is also sneak attack.
So
That's
that
disgusting at this point.
Hang
We're
on,
Oh.
let me have a look
Oh,
here.
look at it.
Oh my
I
god, what the hell's all that?
10 plus 1. Oh, that's against undead targets, which I'm guessing is not.
I think, no,
I
they're
never said
living.
if it was single-handed or two-handed.
It doesn't matter. It's still enough.
Well, Arthur's
Alright,
now
alright.
gone 2 hands now that he knows it can be two-handed.
Yeah, you swing the sword down on one of these mushroom boys that's wiggling on the ground, and as you carve through, it's almost like it disintegrates from both directions, just and it's gone.
Yes. Okay, good.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, Arthur, that was a little hardcore.
Yeah, and technically you do still have one more attack because you have 2 attacks from your attack action, and that was the free.
Yes. So, do I reach any other ones in my?
Oh, you'd have to move.
Arthur, oh, hang on. Arthur can move and still attack. But
Yeah,
hang on.
you
But
can.
do you get an attack of opportunity from the big
Yeah.
guy?
Can he not
Arthur
just-
No,
was
you
to move diagonally towards the mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
he would not create a chance of attack, will he go in that direction? Like, because he can't go around. No.
Have you read the rules? Like, if you'd read the rules, you'd know. I'm not gonna
Can he
answer.
can he not
As
just
long
shift?
as I
Doesn't
stay
shifting
in
allow for
range,
just a
I
single?
don't think it's if I pull myself in. Arthur's
That's
gonna
true.
try
I think
it.
if you stay in
Okay.
range, it's fine.
Yeah, Arthur's
I don't
gonna
know.
go diagonally, so
Dragonly, he's gonna go.
You want to go
Alright.
there?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, make a
Okay.
dexterity save as you step in the grease.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God damn it.
It's alright. I'll get an 18.
You got an 18.
No.
That is, I think that's exactly what you need for a sorcerer spell.
Okay, then
Yeah.
you're fine. then you're
Barely.
fine. Okay, make your attack.
Arthur now attacks with the sunblade again.
Josie, are we gonna take a tiny break in a second, or should I run off to the little froze room?
It's a little bit until it's your turn. If you want to run to the
Okay,
little
I'll
forest
run
room, you're allowed.
Oh,
So
wow.
Arthur now attacks the one.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
Boo-ba-doo. So it's two-handed now.
Yeah, the thing had 5 hit points.
Oh fuck yeah. Because the other one's 5 feet. Do I get attack again, or is that?
No, you can
that's
only
actual?
get that horde breaker attack once per attack action.
Can imagine
the-
that, you
Well
just
done.
keep cleaving through them.
Still though, that was really
Yeah.
good. I mean, like that was awesome.
Arthur being very proud of herself, sort of is sitting there with the sunblade and goes, "Oh, look at me! I'm using a sword. I'm using a sword."
I hate. George, it's your
if
turn.
you're ending your turn in the grease, you need
Yes.
to make another dex save.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? Do I?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll do it.
Is every time you
Uh,
enter the grease or end your turn in the grease?
20.
You're fine.
Doesn't even slip.
Of
Just standing
course
there.
he
I mean,
doesn't.
technically, you have a bonus action if you want to activate your true strike against the target.
Nah, Arthur can't attack the one big guy. These mushrooms are going down easy. He's not worried.
Fair enough, George.
Yes. I want to aim at the bone pile that Arthur attacked earlier and
Yes.
use Chaos Bolt now that I see some of the little guys are gone. I want to get rid of the spawners.
Okay. Roll some chaos bolts for me.
Force damage is in this campaign, yes?
Yes.
Just double checking. I know some GMs say no.
Okay.
Because I have to choose the type of damage.
Is that a crit, Icy?
Yes, it is.
Let's go!
It's critical damage.
So I believe that's
Very nice.
26 points of damage.
28.
28?
It says 28 on my end, at least.
No, it's 28 to hit, and then the total damage
Oh.
plus total crit
Oh,
damage
I
is
see.
26.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Very nice.
Okay, describe it to us. It's a good hit.
Yes. George basically looks back and forth and sees things going down. He sees as one goes down after Arthur hits it, there's like a sliver of like a window to just do a straight shot at the bone pile. And George takes this opportunity to go, just kind of like with a look of mischief on his face, a small little smirk, and points a finger, goes, "No more," and just like kind of points at it, and then like a little orb just shoots at it. And he's like, "Huh, I didn't know I could do that one. I thought it was gonna be fire this time."
Love it.
And then when the orb impacts, it just like detonates, and this
Yes.
bone pile is just scattered. It managed to build itself back up, but it's definitely a lot smaller.
And which one bone pile is that? Sorry, the one in the middle?
The furthest
The
one.
furthest one. Okay. There we go.
And
Yes.
then-
Yeah, bonus action, movement.
Bonus action. I think I'm going to continue trying to like breach the veil because you said that like it wasn't enough.
For mechanical purposes, you rolled too low. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was
Oh.
mechanical. I thought I just needed to do more.
No.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you because we're still for the audience, we still have a certain story beat we need to reach today. So we're gonna
Yes.
try to be on our toes for this battle.
So would you say that is basically it would be useless for me to continue this,
No,
or
it just you gotta like a 14 was not enough is all I'm
Okay,
saying.
so I can continue to pray to her.
Yes.
Okay. Then George is gonna stay using his bonus action like planned and say,
Mhm.
okay, I can do new things every single day. I don't know what to do. I think I've seen Rudy do this. I've seen all of them do this. I've talked to you before. I know this is possible. Please. I don't
Make
say
a
please
wisdom
often.
saving throw.
I
14.
No, the
You can
critical
feel,
thing.
she can sense your desperation, and she badly wants to help. But she cannot.
Okay,
Do you want to
true.
move anywhere?
I'm pretty happy where I am, honestly. I'm happy where I
Okay.
am.
Okay.
The rat is just to protect. It is a meat shield if one of the things come up to George, basically. It missed its last opportunity, but anyways, that's the end of my turn.
Yes. I'm just gonna put a marker down for my own purposes. Blorp. That is the origination of the grasping vine that the avatar is
Oh.
going to try to use again, this time on Rudy. Rudy, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, as that the root that shot out and tried to grab Arthur is now coming for you.
As it shoots out, Arthur goes, "No, Rudy!"
Beautiful.
For it's not gonna help.
Rudy, we love you,
Uh,
but you're not very dexterous.
So you are pulled away.
You are still technically
Why?
connected to Arthur, but you're pulled out of the actual fight itself. A little bit. You're pulled 20 feet away.
Yoink.
Stay out of this. I'll talk to you later. And it just reaches out with a hand and grabs for Arthur's neck. Arthur, I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Orb, just go. Orb, please. Not on
9.
live Twitch.tv.
Yeah.
You are.
That ain't great.
I mean,
Like, Constitution's not Arthur's best thing, all
uh-huh.
right? If you're asking for strength,
He's
Arthur's
not your
all
guy either. I mean, what?
right. I was gonna say intelligence.
You
and
are-
charisma.
You are poisoned.
Not this.
For the purpose, this is a spell. Just so that everyone knows, a spell is being cast here.
Oh, I see.
Let me just double check. I need to take down some notes.
Oh, so, okay. So this is our third round. I need to make that note for myself.
So the big thing actually was casting a spell?
Yes, when it grabbed for Arthur, it generated a spell.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
okay.
Oh, like it just a spell-like ability kind of a thing?
No,
Or
it
actual
cast a
casting.
spell. It cast a
Oh,
spell.
okay. Can I tell what the spell was? By any chance?
Let me double check actually. Nope. It is not one that you would inherently know. Nana would, however, be Nana and Rudy would both. Rudy especially would immediately recognize this spell.
And would we be in range to see it? Or not?
You are in range to see it. There's just
Okay.
only Gerald is the one who can actually prevent spells.
Ah, yeah, no, but, okay. And
But,
can we know the
yes.
spell? Is it
It is
blight?
It is the contagion spell.
No! Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Wow. Without knowing, there's no way I would have known whether it was required to counterspell.
After that, that is the Avatar's turn, and after that, again,
Yeah,
three
yeah,
new
yeah.
little mushy boys plop out.
I will take this moment to remind Rudy that he is carrying a bottle of Buck Nose, so if we have to break it out,
50,
bash
20,
it on it.
5, 10, 50, 20,
It probably would too.
10. I need to make a dex save.
That's
That
how
one
we
falls
destroy the
prone.
world.
5 there. 5, 10, 15, 20.
And
I wanna get over
let's
there.
see. falls prone, stands back up. Arthur, one attack is coming towards you.
Is
It's
that
a
mushy
12
boy?
to hit.
Is that a mushy?
Yeah, it's a mushy boy that has a 12 to hit.
Nah,
No.
nah, nah, nah.
It goes to hit, but it recoils back from your from the sunlight of your Zord.
Zing.
Nana, you're up. Rudy, you're next.
Okay, let's see. The one mushy boy that looks like fucking death, that like is pretty much already dead. Is that still that is still next to Arthur, right? It's
One
the
more
one
time?
in the middle of the other two, I believe.
These are all fresh mushy boys.
They're all fresh mushy boys.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, that is completely fine, and Nana will engage with the one closest to her. Yeah, closest to her, and I think Gerald has got.
I remember that you heal a D4 at the start of your turn
Yes,
because you
yes,
were
I
in
will.
range of Spoon.
Well, I don't have anything long range at the moment, so that's why I'm like, I'm gonna get there. I just have to bring my sword with me. Yeah. So let's just see how this goes.
Mhm.
See if we can protect George, who's doing good damage on the one, and then hopefully that'll all be good. 7 years later, and we will
7
see.
years later, 84 years later.
84
we are so
years
old.
later. 84 years later, and we see that we got a 12.
12
which I'm-
is enough to hit.
Is
Yeah.
enough. All right, let's
Yeah.
go. I actually wasn't sure, and I'll do my healing at the end because I remember I had it. But yeah, cool. Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. Let's find out. It will be a
11 points.
11 points of damage. Yeah.
11 points is not enough to kill it, but it's definitely looking hurt.
Sounds good.
Anything else on your turn? Bonus action?
I did have a bonus action. Yes, my bonus action is to turn myself into a fucking tree.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna cast Guardian of Nature on myself.
No, that's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah.
Rudy, it is your turn. At the start of your turn, you are within 15 feet. So I believe 5, 10. No, you're just outside the 15 feet range of
Oh,
Nana's spoon. I believe. Let me just double check. No, it doesn't actually like grab hold of you. It just yanks you back.
Oh, good question.
When did you use it? You used it.
Logahin.
I'm not sure it
Oh,
has
it is.
been. Hold on.
yeah.
Hold on.
I think
I
it's
actually
been 6.
I take down the actual in-game date. No,
I'm
listen.
pretty sure
I
it's
actually
5 or 6.
That would be sick, though.
Yeah,
Imagine
we
if
did,
that were just
um,
coming in clutch.
Let's see.
We-
No, it's actually
we
only been
traveled
2
really
days.
fast. Yeah.
It's
Wait,
been,
No
it's
way!
been 2.5
No.
days. Yeah.
Has
We
it?
took Logahin
I thought
in, we
we.
played poker,
we
and
Yeah,
then we
it's
kidnapped
days
listen,
ago.
him.
listen. It's only according to my notes. It's only been 3 days since you left the reflected city.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ported home.
Yeah,
You
that's
spent
right.
and you
Spent the
spent 2 nights. You spend just 2 days in, so it's only been 3 days.
Yeah.
We
crazy.
kidnapped 2 men in 3 days. Let that
Mine
sink in. I don't know.
Oh, I
Are we
had-
the baddies?
I had
Those-
two.
those are
I
rookie
had
numbers. We
something
gotta pump 'em up.
mixed up in my head.
It's all good. Yeah, no, I'm actually keeping track. Like every time I make session notes, I take down what day it is and how many days passes during the session. How do you mean? What?
concentration
Fine.
spell.
It's a concentration, but this thing doesn't seem to be taking any damage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like there?
You're getting yanked again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, fuck, I've been muted in my own fucking chat. Why does no one tell me?
No.
Chat,
I hate.
just
I hate.
mute.
I hate
Tell
when-
me when I'm.
when
Thank
the
you,
people
generous.
don't-
Thank you.
Don't say anything. I've
yeah,
got like
how-
hours with
yeah.
muted game audio.
How long have I been muted for? Because I've been talking a lot between
Probably
other
since you've been to the
turns.
toilet. I'll be honest.
Thank you, Deneros. Thank you. Okay, so, wait. Oh,
come on.
okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so, yeah. Does he have vision of that? Because you said the center back pile has been hit, yeah?
No, the furthest most one, far away one. The far
Yeah,
away
okay,
from
far
my
away one,
finger
yep.
one.
Rudy wouldn't have
It
vision on
looks
that
like
one.
it's just about to break.
Yeah, but does he have vision on it, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Oh, sweet. Okay.
Finish
Uh,
it.
In that case, Rudy will point his staff at it because he's holding the handy staff, and fire off. Sorry, just scrolling through what I got here, and fire off a guiding bolt towards it.
Guiding balls.
Guiding bolt.
Bolt. That's the Australian version of it.
That is
Yeah.
a 16 to hit.
Yeah, 16 is enough to hit. Yes.
Perfect, and that will be 22 radiant
22
damage.
points of radiant damage. That pile is blown to smithereens.
Let's go.
Even though it's been taking hits, a couple of hits, it's constantly like crawled back together, but this time it just stays scattered.
Oh.
And stay dead.
And as you do that, you see the avatar of Marvin immediately locks eye into you. You shouldn't have done that.
Again, I told you I'm involved here, right? We're going to have a discussion. Just before we do that, I'm going to blow up the other two, yeah? Yeah, we got this.
I am sensing a boss mechanic here.
Yeah, Darcy was trying.
I was
Darcy!
about to type
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah.
Game dev Darcy wasn't trying to say anything to
Suddenly his
Arthur
health
in
bar dropped by
particularly.
Oh shit.
But it gets stronger.
No, it's all good.
New
Alright.
moveset.
So
Oh,
let's
You know what
move,
else gets stronger?
move action. Move action.
Get ready for
and then
second
go-
phase mechanics, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine.
I
That's
hear he
alright.
has charge attacks this time.
Yeah. We suddenly start seeing like shapes on the ground lighting up.
Uh-oh. And yeah, that's because he can't cast another spell, so
Can't do much as a bonus action, I believe.
nah, not since he cast an actual spell. Oh wait, no, he can. Popping a healing potion. That's
Yeah, you can do
bonus. Yeah. Is
Yeah.
Arthur hurt at all? Just out of curiosity.
that. No,
Arthur
he
only
has the
taking
poisoned condition.
1/10
Okay.
point.
One.
And-
Oh, okay.
And I'm poisoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
okay.
remember,
let me do
it's
anything about
the poisoned condition, which does mean that you have disadvantage on all attack rolls.
So
Yeah.
chaos
If you
needs a
go into
disadvantage.
if you go on your character sheet, you
Oh,
can
and
go
ability checks.
into on the top right. There's a tab that says conditions,
Conditions
just
already
underneath
done.
your hit point.
Already done.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah, actually, Rudy is not, because he's only got 2 superior healing potions. He's not going to pop one of those. Oh.
Okay. Oh,
Actually,
wow.
sorry, I just thought about it. Let me check that pig again.
Are you gonna drink the no bottle?
Oh God,
Just-
no!
Just to see
No,
what-
no, no.
Just
I
a little
mean,
bit.
he's a little silly, but he's not insane.
But it looks so
okay.
much fun. It looks like the inside of a toothpaste tube that has the multicolors. You know?
Yeah, or like a fancy cocktail.
Rudy has limits.
Yeah, yeah.
Is anyone else low on HP? Just out of curiosity, or just taking hits?
No one's really low.
No, no one's low.
I've
Okay.
still
No.
got 16 temp hit points.
All right, no, all right. Rudy will hold off on that because he was thinking of divvying it up using
That
the pig,
looks
but that's
great.
okay.
Yeah, I've never felt better.
Rudy at this point has
Literally.
like tied the pig figurine to his staff. It's like his little mascot on the staff as well. It's
Is it like the one that
Oh,
has
Is
the
it, is
hand?
it tied to
it's
the
in-
middle finger?
Are you pig slapping people?
No, but I love it. It's like the little dried fruits on Rafiki's staff.
Yeah. There's a little pig figurine on it. Nana would have given him like a super strong vine or something like that to sort of
Oh,
loop
for
it on.
sure. Yeah. Many
so,
vines as you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Are you
no,
doing
that's
anything
fine.
for a bonus
No, he's
action?
not. Sorry. No.
Okay,
no, that's-
Gerald, your go.
yeah.
Okay.
Arthur, you're up next.
Arthur's
Now
ready.
just to check,
Mhm.
do we know anything about damage types as far as the nouns are concerned, or
No.
are they sort of just okay? Yeah, cool, no information. Well, in that case, I'm going to attempt to. Actually, first of all, have either of them taken any damage? Those two. that are left?
Those two mounts? No.
No. Okay. Well, I'm going to go for the one on the right. I'll say the darker one. Yep, that one.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes, now we can just say the light or dark one.
And I'm gonna bonus action cast Hex with a sorcerer slot.
Okay, wonderful.
I don't think it particularly matters what ability I hit with it.
Nope.
So
It can't do anything itself.
exactly, I figured as much. So, and then I'm just gonna start blasting.
Start blasting. Go ahead, blast.
Yep. So cast Eldritch Blast. Pew! 22 to hit.
20 will hit.
First bolt does 11 force damage,
Wonderful.
and one
And,
necrotic damage from the hex.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it seems to have full effect. You're shooting these blasts, and you can see like the pile. There's like bones and growth being scattered, but it's almost like it's being immediately replaced.
Cool. Here comes the next one. 18 to hit.
Hits.
That's 13 force damage
Yep.
and 5 necrotic.
It is reduced by half its size.
Oh, well, here comes the next one. Ooh, almost a 20. 32 is going to hit.
I was just gonna ask, don't you crit? But that's like the Hexblade Warlocks, I
Yeah,
think.
it's that times.
Crit on 19 on Hex
But that's
targets.
still 11 force damage
That's still 11 force damage.
and 5 necrotic from the hex.
Yeah. After that, Gerald feels confident that maybe if you had one more bolt, you would have like destroyed it.
Ooh.
Does he have one more
Ooh.
bolt somewhere?
No, he's only
hidden
got
away?
3.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think he
we've
needs
got-
2. He needs like one more level, and then he gets the fourth shot or something.
No, 4 beams at 17th level.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. But
For the final boss battle, maybe.
yeah. I feel like I did good there, so that's it. for me.
Yeah, that one is nearly done. Arthur, you're up. George, you're next.
So Arthur goes, I'm gonna keep attacking these mushrooms, Rudy. And he attacks one
At the start of your turn, though, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
But you should also heal 4 points of.
Ooh.
7 is a fail. Just
Uh-oh.
for everyone's sake, the Contagion spell says that you have to keep rolling Constitution saving throws. At the start of your turn, I believe it's the start of your turn. No, it's the end of your turn. Okay. You know what? We'll wait till the end, but it is
Put a pin on that one.
it's first to 3. Whether you get 3 fails total first or 3 successes total first is whether you contract a permanent disease or you're fine.
Oh, you're
Go,
fine.
go.
None of us will be
go.
surprised if Arthur
Get
contracts a
back
disease,
in that
you know.
freaking.
Yeah, I mean, you've been kissed by the pig figurine, and flesh rot is an
Uh-huh.
option.
And Rudy has kept that pig figurine under the armor, so.
yeah, I
on
hate
that.
Okay, take your turn, Arthur. But you remember
Other
you are
attacks from the
poisoned, you have,
mushies.
yeah, you do have disadvantage on your attack.
Alright, I'll roll again then.
Yeah, you take the lower.
But you're
11.
Arthur.
11 misses.
Oh, you rolled a one.
I shouldn't have said it. I
Roll a
shouldn't have said
natural
it.
one.
I shouldn't have said it.
Well, Horde Breaker to attack the next one.
No, because you missed. Horde Breaker is if you hit, I believe.
You
Can't
still
you just
get a
attack
second
twice
though,
anyway?
right?
Don't you have the
Yeah,
second?
you still have a second attack,
Yeah.
but for the
I
first
know,
time,
I was
maybe, for the first time in a long time, you're not feeling at the top of your game, Arthur.
And I mean, he's still standing in Greece, so like he's not got the best, footing.
Yeah.
You know.
No, you know what? Arthur is gonna stand by. He's not gonna run away. He takes another mushroom.
Okay.
So that's
one will think-
18. on the
Remember that
first
it's
one.
disadvantage.
Yeah, I gotta roll it again. 15 on the second.
15 hits. And I'm gonna double check Horde Breaker.
Horde Breaker.
No, it is only when you don't need to hit. It's only when you make the attack action against the
Ah.
creature, you can attack another within 5 feet. So
Alright,
yeah, you do get
so-
to attack one more time.
10,
That
7.
It's really good.
you do not have sneak attack on this.
10, 12, 12. Oh, that's low. What the heck? No, it's only 10. 8. It's only 8 because I'm two-handing it.
Yeah, it's
Ew.
wait. Those numbers are really weird to read.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, so
I-
hang on. So you've got
Yeah.
the 8,
Radiant
then the
against-
2 rate. Oh, it's not undead, so it's 8. It's just 8, isn't it?
I think it's just
Looks like
8?
58 to me. That thing's dead. right?
that's so weird. It's taking damage anyway. That's what it's doing.
It took
Okay,
a damage.
I'm throwing 8 damage at it.
There we go.
Yes, 8 damage. You do have one more attack because of Ward Breaker. That is correct.
I feel so sad. It's only 8. Arthur attacks the other one, obviously, with Horde Breaker.
Just make sure.
Is this
just-
disadvantage?
It's
Yes.
still disadvantage, yeah, because you're poisoned.
Dang it.
just
roll
make-
another 30. It's
20,
fine.
yeah,
That one was a
Yeah,
crit.
look,
Yeah,
look.
just roll another crit.
If Road
Was
can
a
get
crit.
2 nat 1s in a row, you can get
Yeah.
2 nat 20s.
Yeah, roll another crit, forehead. You're fine.
crit.
That's half of a crit. You're fine.
15.
15 still hits. 15 still hits.
And another 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. I mean, it's still
Uh,
damage.
isn't-
Damage is still damage.
Others hating these low rolls.
You're actually
Oh,
feeling
I get
sick,
it.
like nauseous, like
Oh.
something's definitely
He,
wrong.
he turns over. Rudy, I'm not feeling too good.
And
Don't
there's
you
definitely
dare-
like Arthur looks pale and like he's got a bit of a cold sweat going. And now I need that Constitution saving throw.
Alright, Arthur will roll his Constitution saving throw. For a 21.
Okay, it is a save then.
Whew.
Wonderful. George,
Wonderful.
you are up.
Yes, another chaos bolt at the one that Gerald was shooting at.
I can barely hear you.
Hello? Is my mic doing that? It should.
Yeah.
Now I can
Hello?
hear you.
Now we can hear
Oh.
you.
I was leaned back. That's my bad.
Lean back. Lean back.
I'm going to shoot another chaos bolt at the same one that Gerald was shooting.
Okay.
Let me do that real quick. I almost clicked on the wrong thing. We're gonna do, I guess, poison damage.
Poison damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
But
The other
poison-
option
poison.
was psychic, and I didn't think it had a brain enough. So
This is probably fair.
Or too many brain.
Oh, too many
Maybe I
cooks in the
should have done
kitchen.
psychic.
Yeah.
That's alright. That's done.
but
it's done.
yes.
Chaos Bolt 15 just hits, and
Nice.
17 is enough. This
Yes.
pile
Let's go.
gets covered in the poisonous sludge and just like starts separating, like whatever the plant matter that connects the various living parts just dissipates until there's just bones and like disgusting rotted flesh all over the ground.
Excellent.
Delicious.
Anything else on your
Yeah.
turn, George?
Yes. Again with the bonus action. That's not. No, lady does not. I will be polite for a week. I will not say a single mean thing to Rudy, Gerald, or Arthur for a week. I am
Okay, I'm gonna let you add a D4 on this wisdom.
Yes!
Yes!
It's the
The
politeness.
bargaining.
The bargaining.
Yeah.
It's because George said lady, right?
Yeah, yeah. I love how you were just
Four
like
on the
automatically
D4.
gonna be.
No.
Oh.
It's 10 total.
It's a 10 total.
No.
Can I have a
You sense that she's questioning the sincerity of this promise. Like you straight on
A valid question.
That is valid.
Reasonable.
Yeah, fair call.
Can't
Okay.
even be mad.
Like,
Do you want to? Does
George.
George want to move anywhere?
No, I don't think
Okay.
he's gonna move unless like something like big happens. He's within range of like everything right here.
It is again the avatar of Marvin. I'm gonna need Rudy to make another dexterity save as again the
Marvin.
root tries to
Come
grab
on!
you.
You said you wanted. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, but now I'm gonna get you away from me like I'm scared of you or something. Ah! And
You
off he
get
goes.
yanked back.
Nice.
Imagine
Okay.
like that, like that crook that they pull people off stage with, you know?
Yeah, that's literally what he's doing right now.
You're ruining mine and Arthur's character building moments. We had a thing
And-
going.
We had a
The
such thing going.
The avatar once again looks towards you, Arthur, and says, "How are you feeling? A little sad." And as it exhales, it is going to cast a blight on you.
Oh shit!
Oh.
At least if you had spores, you don't anymore.
This
Hold
is
up.
true.
Do I like?
Rudy has
Yeah.
cast this before, and Nana's cast it. You should know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
probably
want
Yeah.
to
would.
counterspell.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the one counter spell stored up in my rod,
Okay,
and I'm just gonna
Let's
like.
go.
which level
Blight's
is
pretty
that?
nasty.
Because that's
it's
a
a-
warlock.
Yeah, it's a warlock leveled, so it's 5th.
Yeah, so it goes through.
Yeah.
You successfully counter the spell. What would it look like?
Yeah,
Because it's
so
just like exhaling onto Arthur's face.
yeah, well, it had to be something that I would recognize as a, some like arcane casting going on. And it'd be like, hold on a second. And sort of like takes the rod, and gives it a little tap tap tap, like he's trying to shake something out of it, and then you see it like it's sort of the pearl at one end starts like sparking, and he's like, there it is, and it sort of like shoots out this little like really thin, like unbelievably thin lightning bolt kind of looking thing, where it's almost just like a little bright thread, and it just goes straight into its open mouth, and there's like this short circuiting effect that kind of goes on in there. It just goes and just fizzles out.
Yeah, and whatever spores came out, it's got like that, little lightning hop effect to every single spore. That's just like, and they just evaporate.
Yeah, and a bunch of them sort of like the static of it just sort of like kills whatever buoyancy they have, and they all sort of just fall.
And it's going, and the avatar then turns towards you, Gerald. You are becoming a nuisance. And it's just going to like shove Arthur to the side and start moving toward you, Gerald.
Oh no!
Now he was
Oh,
shoving
dear.
Arthur.
It is still technically within your range, Arthur, so you do not get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, man.
No.
And it is now coming, and you see, Gerald, it doesn't walk, it's more like the lower half of its body that's made out of like dead creatures and vegetation is just like rolling
Just
and moving
roll,
it
yeah,
forward.
just like a cement mixer, just.
I
Yeah,
was
and it's
thinking like a
now
dung
it's
beetle.
now just below you, and it looks like it is like tall enough to just grab your staff where your your broom where you are in the air.
Uh-oh.
One single mushy boy pops out of the remaining pile, and it is then mushy boys a go.
Mushy boys are a go.
so-
I repeat, mushy boys are a go.
That one needs to make a dex save.
Roger,
It succeeds. It does not fall prone. Ha! Suck on that, Gerald.
Wow. wow.
That one.
Rolled an unbelievable dex save for a mushroom.
Can that one? Wow, that one is so rude.
20.
So there's going to be 2 attacks at Nana and 4
Okay.
attacks at
Okay.
Arthur.
Roll 'em.
4 attacks on Arthur. Let's
Roll
go.
'em.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nana, it is a 12 and a 13.
No.
Weirdly. Oh, and the combat tracker crashed again.
Uh-oh.
At the end of this initiative, we will take a quick break if needed. Here comes the attacks against Arthur. However, they are all at disadvantage because of the Sunblade.
Nice. We love that.
So the first one is a natural 1.
Yep.
Second one is a 9.
Yep. That's fine.
And then it's actually double dirty 20s.
Oh!
Disgusting.
That is disgusting. And it's a
That's
double though.
disgusting.
Wait, is
Oh,
that a
that's
crit,
still hits,
Josie?
yeah.
No,
dirty
dirty
20s.
20s. It means like the total, the what
Oh,
I
Oh,
rolled.
yeah. Oh, so not a natural. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. And Arthur is outside the range
Of the spoon.
of Nana's spoon.
Not the spoon.
However, Arthur, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and Rudy takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, my 10 points.
And then Arthur, you take 3 points of poison damage. Rudy takes 1 point of poison damage.
Thank you for
Oh,
giving
there's
that up.
my 10 points and 1 hit point. Ah.
And the last attack is a 6 to hit you, Arthur.
Was that the same? No, it doesn't matter. 6
No,
Yeah,
they
it's
only
only-
have 1 attack each.
Something about
They're
tempted
just
fate.
they're
or something?
ganging up on you.
Just these tiny mushroom boys like against Arthur's ankles.
Arthur's just
Well,
kind of
not
like
really
kicking
ankles.
him
It's more
off.
like it's more like they're trying to dislodge your kneecaps.
My kneecap!
They're just yanking at the
Kneecap.
kneecaps.
It's actually pretty brutal.
Oh my god. I
But
love it.
yeah,
Hey,
that
George
is,
isn't that little anymore.
Nana, it is your go. Rudy, you're up next.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I want like Japanese high school delinquent style mushrooms with baseball bats
Taking me.
and like
Please.
tire irons and like
Yeah,
the little daggers.
Can
Yeah.
they
And then
Yes.
put this dwarf over here
I
going
want
after looking
this.
up them like pathetic.
can
Oh
they be
my
striking
God.
JoJo poses as well?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Nana, that hit.
That
Yeah.
hits. I think I will go for the one that the one.
Mhm.
It's more bluish looking, but I think they're all the same color.
Yeah,
it's-
I'm keeping track. You
okay.
have
the one
one
that I
that's
hit before,
damaged.
basically. Yes. I'd like to finish that one off, please.
Finish it.
Finish it.
Bow, bow, bow.
I believe at you.
Thank you. It is a 16 total damage.
That
Will
is
do it?
that is enough to take it out.
Yay!
Nice.
You managed to strike down the one that was on you since a while ago, but you do still have
A bonus.
one that's
Oh, yeah, the other one, yeah. As a free action, Nana will give it a withering look, but not actually cast Blight because she doesn't have it. And what I will do... is there anyone looking particularly hurt? Like Arthur is looking a little worse for wear.
I think Rudy's the most damaged because
Rudy's
he
the
Arthur's
most-
just poison.
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Arthur
Oh,
isn't
right,
actually
he's just
much
poisoned.
damaged.
Yeah.
And Rudy's actually not too damaged?
Rudy's lightly damaged. A small heal wouldn't be terrible though.
Yeah. I'm gonna use Balm of the Summer Court and give Rudy some hit points back. So, what do you think about 3d6 of health points?
That'd be fantastic.
How many
Let's do
temp hit
that.
points do you have, Rudy?
Only the one.
Okay, because you get 3 from this as well. You get 1 per d6 Nana uses.
Okay, that just replaces the one, yeah? One
Yes,
yeah,
replaces. Temp hit points never stack. You just take the higher amount.
Correct. So that was 3d6.
3. Yep. I've got more. We'll just save them in
so,
case something
Yeah,
happens.
Rudy rolled 11, which means Arthur gets.
Yeah, you split. You
Fine.
both get
Sharing
5.
it,
You
that's
roll.
fine.
You round
Yep.
down, so you both
Yep.
get 5.
So I get
No,
10 hit points?
No, you
No,
get 5
you get-
regular hit points.
Regular
Oh.
hit point.
You get to
One.
Yeah.
get back the one that
But,
you.
but
yeah.
hey, Rudy, you can always steal them.
Yeah, so
true.
essentially, Rudy
what?
is, as we've discussed a couple of sessions ago, Rudy is a healing battery. So the idea is, Rudy shares the heal with Arthur. Then the overheal from Arthur, Rudy leeches back onto himself, essentially
Right.
healing himself for 9 and Arthur for 1.
Yes.
Okay,
It's-
but you
it's-
can't steal what I have.
No, but what
no.
goes over? How
What
much?
goes
How much?
over?
How much did you get healed before you hit your maximum hit points, Arthur?
1. So,
Yeah. So the 4 points that are over, Rudy can steal.
wow.
To
Rudy,
himself.
so essentially, if we want another quick
Sweet.
explanation,
So you get 9 pretty much.
yeah. So Rudy, it's life beyond death. Rudy doesn't really believe in his own mortality. He can essentially manipulate bonus heals. Any heal above maximum HP, he can redirect as he sees fit.
Okay, fair.
Yes. Quick version is whenever he himself gets healed over max, he can give hit points to someone else. If someone else gets healed over max, he can take those.
That's all good. I just didn't want him stealing my 99 hit points.
No.
Nana, do you want to move anywhere, or is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm gonna stay there because
Okay.
otherwise it'll.
Rudy,
make
Gerald,
my
you're up
kneecaps.
next.
Go.
Not my kneecaps.
Right. Rudy, taking a note or a leaf out of Nana's book, gives the vine a withering glance as a free
Thank
action.
you. Yes.
And then marches back up to the avatar of Marvin. and he goes, "Now see here, you little shit, you big shits."
Nice.
and then is going to cast another guiding bolt at the remaining pile at the back.
Okay. Do you remember that casting ranged spells it has disadvantage when you have an enemy within melee range?
He casts it while 5 feet away from the
Yes,
avatar of
and
Marvin.
then he
You did.
marches up.
Okay. Oh no, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah. Like
Can he-
while walking.
Yeah,
just like,
yeah. He's like, "Now see here, you little shit," and then like it fires at the
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
What level are you casting it at?
I think we'll go another level 3, I suppose. Oh,
'Cause
unless
this pile is untouched.
this pile's you know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
Untouched.
How far can we go?
Sexy.
Fresh.
Just
Oh,
like
it's
the
fresh.
Veronica.
Let's go level 5 then. Why the frick not?
Oh.
Get
How much have you got left at that
Get a little
level?
spicy, huh?
21
Oh.
to hit.
Yeah, it
That
hits
doesn't hit.
30 points of
No way.
damage.
30
yeah,
radiant
that's,
damage.
you take half the pile away in one hit.
Nice. Let's go.
And remember, the next attack made against this pile has advantage.
Oh, nice.
So
Love that.
just now stop pulling me away, otherwise I'll keep doing that. And now he's standing in front of the avatar.
Okay. Anything you want to do for a bonus action?
No, he's fine. He's got the shroud up. He all of his bonus spells are mostly heals.
All
so
the
he's just
bonus.
gonna-
Gerald, it is your go.
Yeah. Okay. Quick bonus action. I'm going to move the now loose hex. I'm going to move it onto the big boy, and give him disadvantage on strength ability checks, just in case he wants to be a bit grabby.
Really
Um, and then I'm going to attempt to, because am I actually within his melee range?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
I figured that
Yeah.
was what you meant. Yeah, I'm actually just going to try and just fly away from him. So
Fly away.
yeah, like
Fair.
essentially, I don't want to get out of range of the other mound because my intention is basically to get away from his melee range, however far I need to go, while staying within blasting
range.
of the
Blasting.
of
Okay.
the mound.
So you're risking the attack of opportunity.
Yes, I am, because I got shield ready.
You got shield ready. It is 23 to hit.
Well, the shield is not going to do anything against that, so I'm just going to take it.
You're just gonna take it.
Just going to take it.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, but you are still within Nana's little sphere. So you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
God, I love that spoon.
So
But-
it saved me 4.
You then take 15 points of poison damage. And I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
It
I see. So
As it hits you, it's like the fist, it's
So I took
soft, wet, and sludgy. You
18
take
all up, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
a con save.
Con
you said?
save. As the fist hits you, as it goes to grab you, it's almost like the entire hand just like sloughs off and attaches to you and starts burrowing into your skin.
Is it a magical effect? Would I get advantage?
No, this would not be a magical effect.
No worries.
Hmm.
Let's go. Oh, that was almost a natural 20. I'm going to juice this up. 11 is
You
not
remember,
good
you
enough.
do also have bardic inspiration still from George.
True.
Oh,
Yes.
true. How much is
Which I
that?
believe is a D10.
It's a D10,
Okay.
yes.
Sure, yeah, let's throw that on. So that's a 1. 12, still not good enough. I'm going to...
I
Yeah,
love
so you
that.
probably want to up that a little bit.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
little,
Yeah,
just a
for
touch,
sure,
just
for
a
sure.
touch.
At least another one, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So let's throw on Tides of Chaos
To reroll.
to get advantage on that roll.
You still
so
have
I
the
can-
+1 from the bardic inspiration.
Correct. Yep.
Yes.
That is in fact worse. So let's just keep the original one. Um,
Do you have your dark
And we're
One's
going. To, I
blessing?
do. Yeah.
Dark One's on luck. I
So we're
believe.
gonna.
Gerald's just throwing dice like, oh
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna
god.
use Dark One's own luck, and hopefully it's more than 1. That is more than 1. That's a 9.
So
Excellent.
what?
I've
we
boosted-
That would put the total to 21, I believe,
Yes.
which is enough. The cordyceps does not take hold.
Do it. Disgusting. I'm not touching it. No.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, how far away do you want to fly? Where
as
you
far
going?
as necessary.
Are you going just straight? Are you just going straight up into the air?
Yeah, I do not want. I'm just like, nope, 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 nope.
That's such a Gerald thing. Like, oh, bye.
The second the
Like,
enemy
just-
took a step towards
Leave
him.
my hand sanitizer now.
Yeah, this large mushroom monster creature comes and you just immediately go.
Yeah, because what happens?
I
Like,
would do it
because I used so much juice there to make that success. So I imagine sort of what happens is it like hits me, and then like as he's sort of like tumbling head over heels on the broom, just like doing a barrel roll kind of thing from the impact. It's kind of just like the world slows down a little bit, and he sees this like these spores coming out. He's just like, no. and reality just slightly bends around it, so he could just be like, they're just straight up.
You still have your action, and yeah, you
I-
still have your action.
I do, which is great. I'm gonna start blasting that mound.
You're gonna start blasting. Yeah, okay.
Yep,
Give us a
more
blast.
Eldritch blast on that mound. So no necrotic on it this time because I moved it to the big guy.
blast.
That's 17 to hit.
It hits.
It's a 9 force damage on the first one.
Yep,
Second one, that should also be a hit. 24 to hit.
it hits.
Oh, good damage. 12 force damage on that one.
12 force damage.
Does,
Oh,
it, need
it's.
does it need the third?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, here we
Come
go.
on, you can do it. You can do it.
I'm open.
You need to.
29 definitely hits.
It will hit. Come on,
go.
don't roll below average. is all
Oh,
I'm
that's a
asking.
7.
Yeah, no, that's not enough.
Ah!
It is.
Ah.
It is barely. It is like reverberating.
Oh my
like,
God.
I
you
thought I
can
wouldn't
see-
need the. I thought I
You
wouldn't
can
need
see the
hex on it.
plant matter desperately keeping this amount together. And that's where we're gonna check in. Do we need a quick break, or do we just want to power through?
I'm good to power.
Personally, I'm good.
I'm good.
Cuddly?
I'm good. I'm Arthur. Orb. Yes.
Orb?
Good. Yes.
Hang on.
You okay?
I do have one quick question.
Yes.
Is the spoon still active and it's the white dice?
Yes. It's
right?
still active. I'm
No,
counting
it's not the
down
white dice. It's the green. It's the green thing. The green little
I keep
speck.
thinking the green thing is my rat.
No, your red is technically behind you. It's the red thing.
Oh, that that would make sense. I was like,
I'll do
Okay.
that. See,
Sorry.
that's better. No, the
Okay.
dice is the grasping vine.
Okay.
I think my internet's stable.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, Orb, do you want to take a break, or do you just want to keep powering through so we can get to where we want to get tonight? Because it's
Like a
or
quick-
because
like-
it is your turn next. If you want to take your turn, I believe, and then run if you need to run to the bathroom or anything.
I'll take my turn and hope my internet gets better.
Your internet, you're coming through fine, mate.
Okay,
Yeah, you're coming through
because-
fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Coming
yeah.
to us, fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's on meat that seems to be like cutting in and out.
yeah.
audio.
Well, you're good to us, so.
You're-
All right.
You've
let's
been
go.
good to us, Orb. Even though we
good to
bully
me.
you, you've been good to us.
Arthur's
But
gonna
yes,
attack
it
the
is-
mushrooms.
Okay, remember you have disadvantage because you are still poisoned.
Well, that's a 12 on that one. So
12
does the
will
12
hit.
hit?
Yeah, 12
Yeah.
hit just hits.
2handed 12 is 15! Yeah, baby.
Oh, you take down uno mushroom mas.
Yay!
It's down.
Arthur Hall Breaker takes the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls, that's a 23, and then rolls again for 14.
14 hits.
Rolls for damage. On a 14 for damage.
It's got 1 hit point left. And you got
Arthur,
one attack.
on his second attack,
you-
is going to attack that.
Watch this nat one. No, okay. Just
For the lowest attack there is...
yeah, that hits. You don't need to roll any damage.
You take that one out for counting.
Now, is there one sitting behind Gerald? I just can't quite see.
There is still 2 in melee with you,
Okay.
Arthur, and yes, there is one behind the
Okay.
pillar of Gerald,
Have,
and there's one by Nana.
Just to check, have the mushrooms that are still in the grease been making saving throws at the end of their turns?
the turn orders are so long, but yes, when they entered, I did roll checks for them
I
when they
do
were in
remember
degrees.
you said that one
Yeah.
stands up. Fuck you,
It's
Gerald.
when they
so I
enter,
need
yeah,
to
because when they
protect
enter
it.
for the
Yeah.
first time and at the end of every
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, no,
Man.
I've been rolling. It's just that
Very
the
good.
turn order, like the rounds.
Yeah, I
we've
know.
got-
That's
I've
why
got
I was asking to
13
check
to-
because I
there's
wasn't
a
sure
total
either.
of 13 initiatives I'm keeping
Yeah,
eye
yeah,
on.
yeah.
So, is Arthur allowed to move? After all?
If you want to, but you're also in the grease. You should be making a dex save.
You should.
Yeah, that's why Arthur wants to get out of that.
It's a great time.
Yeah, but you still gotta make a dex save first, technically. I think
Okay.
it's at the beginning of turn. No, it's at the end of turn.
And end of turn. So he wants to go.
So you can leave safely.
Well, he's gonna get attacked from mushrooms, but he's gonna go next to Rudy.
Let's see, 15 to hit and a 6 to hit.
I don't know, the 6 might.
So you sidestep out of the grease,
Away from the mushies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything for bonus action?
Arthur is now gonna use his Arthur's True Strike, and he's actually gonna aim it at the big bad.
Ooh. Well,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
well. Okay.
Arthur's True Strike.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Remember that one, Roju?
Yeah.
Roju was there. Like, we were sitting and we were just yelling at how bad a True Strike is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we just for fun, we made one called Arthur's True Strike, and then I presented it to Orb, who was like, yes.
Yeah. At first, I
I
was
took
like,
that name
lit-
as a joke.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I was 5% sad that I lost my third shot, but like 95% really happy that I got this. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? I
pretty
was
good.
so like, oh, no third shot.
Yeah,
But
it's actually
yeah.
called Arthur's True Strike.
Fantastic.
Yes, George, it is now your turn.
Yes.
No,
unfortunately-
first we need Orb to make a Constitution saving throw for Contagion.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, you got 1 success so far, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. It's always good.
16.
It's a fail. Look, you're level 13. You think there's gonna be DCs that low when you're fighting like a
Yeah.
version of a boss?
I thought it might be 15.
The 15
No, you're way past 50.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
For like a hard save. That's, yeah.
Arthur's
Yeah.
gonna let out a help.
Yeah, you're getting sicker and sicker. You are 1 for 1. 1 save, 1 fail. It's George, your turn.
Hey, you said help out loud.
Mm.
He would have.
Yep.
Damn it, that changes my plans then. I gotta heal you. You said
No,
help.
he hasn't taken damage.
I'm
He's
not
taken
taking
no
help.
damage.
I'm
no.
sick help.
He's
Oh,
he's
I can't do
looking
anything
ill.
with that. I'm
No,
gonna
don't
go.
worry about
You
him,
do your
George.
own
He's
plan.
fine. He's doing fine. Say you're doing fine, Arthur. Say you're doing fine. Come on.
Anyway, George is
See?
gonna
He's fine.
see this big bag come towards him. No, he can't do damage, and head towards Nana. The rat's gonna follow. Like, my last order was to be a meat shield. I'm gonna go with you.
Let's go.
So George is gonna head towards Nana. So then I can have line of sight on the last bone pile and Chaos Bolt that as well.
Wait, where did you want to go?
Towards Nana.
Like here?
That works, yeah.
No, cause yeah, okay, yeah.
As long as
yeah.
I have line of sight of the bone pile. That's the main priority here.
I'd say maybe if you stayed there, it would be easier. Then.
Stayed
Because that's
there.
a tree.
Yeah,
that
because this
big-
this like is there's a tree that's about the height of these. Like,
Yeah. I wanted to go the other way, but there's grasping vines there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go further. You could go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here, and then you'd be able to shoot.
You
There
know
you
what?
go.
That's fine. And Rat's coming with me, by the way. That's because of its last order.
It's
And we
final order.
blast him. It will probably end up being its final order.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's. Let me tell you, it's in single digits.
Yeah,
You
I know.
can't go
I have the page up. That's why I haven't told it to fight. That's why its order is to be a meat shield. Or if one of the little mushrooms comes at me.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay. Go.
Chaos
What are you
Bolts.
doing?
Force damage again.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately did not crit, but that is going to be 18 points of damage at it.
More than enough. The last pile is blown apart. And as it does, you see almost like a reverberation, like a sudden shiver goes through the avatar's body. And there's just this like very faint layer of growth that falls off.
Let's go.
All right, guys, final phase.
Mhm.
I hope.
He's vulnerable. Burn phase.
Anything else on your turn, George?
Yes. Lady, I think my net lagged for a moment. But Lady
It did.
Desna, please. I know that last offer was not the most sincere. I know. So I'll make you a sincere one. You and I both know that I gave something up a long time ago. I will return to it if you just help me out now. We just have this last guy. I cannot hurt it. I need something to help my friends, because now I have nothing. Please.
Make
Why?
that wisdom save.
Why did my rolls suck so bad? That was... I'm
Arthur's
giving
been asking
everything.
himself that.
Dude, I felt that in the last constitution
Oh
rolls.
my god.
Look, maybe she's just waiting for you to pass the being lost test, right?
She's like, you're on a
I am
probationary
lost
period.
emoting right now.
Instead of that sense of wanting to help, you can tell that she can't actively do anything, but she is sending you a wave of confidence. Not surprise. No, she's ushering you on, almost like she's saying now, like, you can do this. You don't need me. You can do this.
Okay, I'll accept it.
George is gonna think to himself, I thought gods wanted us to rely on them. But okay. And I'll give a thumbs up.
It's just a thumbs up to the
Thumbs
The
up.
sky.
only... Okay, the
Yeah.
rest was in his head, but the thumbs up was like an actual action.
And then it's just like,
Nana just sees the exploding mobile and the thumbs up.
Yeah. She's like, oh, yeah.
Okay, it is the avatar of Marvin. And I dropped my pen. Wow.
What's your pen?
Not this.
The avatar of Marvin, to start with, I'm gonna need that dex save from Rudy.
Oh, for the love of...
No, you know what?
So
No,
much.
you know what? Actually, never mind. What it's gonna do instead, it's gonna look around, and it's going to lock eyes with Nana's spoon, and it is going to try and yank the spoon away with the grasping wine.
No.
Alright.
Not Nana's spoon.
No.
So, Nana, I want you to make a dexterity save, and that's what
Okay.
we're gonna
Alright, for the
use
spoon.
instead.
Yes. Okay.
essentially for the spoon, just to see if the spoon is small enough to
That it
avoid.
can't get its little.
How well did you embed it into the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, not looking too good. Hmm?
I don't
Okay,
know. We'll
watching
know in
this thing
84
roll.
years.
Yeah.
Well, no, an 84. Actually, it's a 21.
21.
Fuck
No,
you!
the grasping vine cannot get a proper grasp, even though that is the
Yeah.
same thing.
A bit of the grease
And-
splashed on the handle or something.
And Nana just goes, don't touch it!
Let's see.
This is a new round, I
Or maybe the chastising made it flinch. Don't touch it. It was like,
Instead, it is going to drop the grasping vine. It withers. It slithers back into the hole from whence it came.
There we go.
And the avatar of Marvin is going to look around and say, now this is really getting annoying. And starts to like actually chant a spell. Gerald, you recognize this as hold person.
Oh.
well, that is
Oh.
unfortunate for whoever it's being cast on because I am.
Well.
down.
You are tapped out. It is actually being cast at 5th level, so there's 4 targets.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
we've encountered
Yeah.
this before. We've definitely
So,
encountered this before.
This is
So
okay.
it's going to be actually everyone but Nana, I think. 4 targets.
Oh.
One, two,
Oh, no, I
three.
have the
Yes,
dex one.
everyone but Nana needs to make wisdom saves.
Not a wisdom save.
Oh,
Wisdom
this one I do
save,
get
you
it.
say?
I
Oh,
can't
wisdom.
roll those today. I've already
Oh!
showed that I failed.
Arthur!
every single one.
Holy shit!
Wait. Does the spoon do
18.
anything for saves? Hold on.
Is this a charmed or frightened
Oh, no,
effect
sorry,
or something that I can see?
It's not a charm effect. No.
No.
Is it something I have to see? Please, I just need something so then this roll
No.
isn't bad.
It's
Then it's bad.
wisdom and it's against a paralyzing effect.
Yeah, it's a paralyzing effect.
It's fine.
It's okay. Nana's got you. The
Does this
terrain
is- you
around
got
us.
this.
Actually,
Oh.
no, he did. No, never mind. So far, Arthur and Gerald, you managed to shake off the effect.
So just before,
Even though Arthur is feeling awful from his contagion, he's managing to keep that away from him.
can Rudy use knowledge from a past life?
Does it say you can use them on saving throws?
It says ability checks. So
Yeah, that doesn't count.
All right. In which case, he has to take the 16.
Do I have to say
Yeah.
Arthur's rolled 2 crits, even though one didn't count. This tonight. Can't believe it.
Oh wait, hang on. What are you? Hang on. What is? Hold on. The shroud. Hold up.
What?
The shroud. Shroud of the afterlife. Is this a paralysis?
It is.
Rudy has advantage on saves. Let's go again.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
shit.
a 20, baby!
Let's
Clutch
go!
moment.
The
Clutch
shroud!
moment.
The shroud!
It's just gonna be George.
No,
Yeah,
I will
George.
protect you with my life.
After
Just
that,
George.
the only one who is affected is George.
Desna says, "You got this, George." Paralyzed. I got what?
You
George,
can make
is about
saves
to
at the end of your turn.
George is about to become an atheist again. I swear.
Oh, far out.
Let's see. Looking around, realizing that none of you are really being affected, it is going to turn and face
Rudy and Arthur just getting ready to brawl it down with you.
what we
and
wanted.
then it is the remaining mushroomy boys.
Fuck off, mushroom boys.
Get
Ah,
it.
mushroom boys.
Let's see. Let's make the check. It falls prone. It stands back up. And it manages to not fall prone with a nat 20 at the end of its turn.
Hey.
Well done.
I can just imagine
Right.
like little toads running around like from Super Mario.
It's more like the little mushrooms from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But they have like bones protruding underneath their like membranous skin and
No, I still think it's cute.
Yeah.
Those mushrooms will still fuck you up in Dark
They
Souls,
will
so they're not
actually.
even
They
that
will.
cute.
there are 2 attacks coming towards Arthur. They're both at disadvantage because of your Sunblade. That one is a 14.
Nope.
And the second one is a 9. And then there's one attack at Nana,
Oh yeah.
which is a 5 to hit.
No. Sweetie,
No,
no.
it's not having the same effect as the Sunblade, but it still doesn't look too keen to get close towards your burning sword. After that, Nana, it is your turn. Rudy, you're up next.
Oh yes, it's me. Look, I'm gonna use that flaming sword one more time. And sorry if
Go
I
for
had
it.
realized it was me. I'll remember. I'm after the mushrooms.
You're after the mushrooms.
I'm after the mushrooms. I gotta remember
Rudy's
that.
after Nana, and then it's Gerald.
Yes. I'll start it early next time. So yeah.
Just like roll a few dice in advance.
Yeah. 13.
13 will hit,
and-
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna see.
Maybe we should get Cuddly some physical dice too.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
was
that
actually
might be
thinking
the
I could
way.
probably pick some up at PAX.
Oh yeah, we'll get some.
Oh,
we'll get us some at PAX.
definitely.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
it's everyone who's going to PAX.
I just gotta get the
Get
pretty
Cuddly
one.
some dice.
Yep.
Oh,
Actually,
It's
Josie,
fine,
remind,
I don't-
Dice can do.
You guys
Remind me
know-
after
you guys
the
know
session.
what happens
I'll
after
take you to the
Halloween?
fancy dice
Hmm.
place.
yeah.
it is
It's
11
giving
damage,
holidays.
and I don't think it's been hurt before, so I'm guessing it's.
No, but 11, I will tell you, is half of its health.
Oh, we do love that. Also, I
Yeah,
will say, I
anything
think the rat is next to George so that it takes that final shot. Just
do you
in
mean?
case.
The
It
rat's
was
been
like in
following
front
you,
of him
yeah.
because it's like the meat shield. I just wanted to mention it because I saw it wasn't.
Do you want to do anything for bonus action?
Bonus action. Who was looking? Gerald was looking a little bad, or actually is
I
fine.
have taken 2 actual hit points of damage.
So we're actually
Oh,
doing pretty good.
Never
yeah.
mind.
What
We're,
hap-
we're okay
What
then.
happened with the poison damage you took?
That was all temp hit points, Josie.
All right, you had
Oh.
that massive chunk of
That's
10
right,
hit
okay.
points.
I did, yeah.
Do you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go a spell for my bonus action, and we're gonna go.
Grasping
Where are
Vines, just to
you?
show who's boss.
How did you know?
That would make me so happy.
Because
Nana.
there's
Just-
not a.
Oh,
Oh,
I-
but then you would lose your Guardian of Nature.
Oh, right.
You wouldn't be tree person
I'll
anymore.
keep that up for now. Actually, I'll just I'll keep that up. Yeah.
It's very useful.
It is-
Hinanakyo. I don't know, that one was awful.
Yeah. Just another withering glance at the mushrooms.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Rudy, you're up. Gerald, you're on
Excellent.
deck.
Rudy would like to shift away from the avatar 1 square.
1 square. You are going to
Backwards.
take an attack of opportunity if you do so.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yep. These range spells, we're not going to do that.
I
So-
rolled a natural 2 for a total of 9 as it like
Beautiful.
reaches out towards you.
Right, now we're getting somewhere as Rudy lowers the staff point blank range essentially at this thing. There's not.
Oh my god, I imagine that you take a step back just so you can do like the full extension point.
Oh
and
yeah,
face.
most certainly, most certainly. And he makes sure that the eyes of the avatar are like glance at the pig as the guiding bolt at level 5 fires out once again.
Okay.
Sorry, just scrolling down. Went too far, scrolling back up. There it is. That is a 26 to hit.
That will most definitely hit, yes.
Let's hit him for a 23. Not a great roll, but we'll take it.
23
Still pretty good.
damage
Radiant
taken
damage.
as the radiant energy shoots out from the top of the staff, just like bathing the form of Marvin.
you definitely see pieces of vegetation that starts like withering and burning away. Marvin takes the damage,
There we go. First hit on the big one.
and next attack has advantage.
That's right. That's right. I don't think there's a way Rudy could like swing the staff with advantage. With bonus action. That would be nice actually. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Alas.
That's all right. Alas, spellcaster. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He
Geraldo.
spins the staff in a dramatic way, almost drops it, but still manages to look alright.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, very good. Now I'm going to attempt something, and
Attempting things?
yeah. I just need to know, first of all, if it is immune to being charmed. I'm going to say I'm locking this action in regardless, but it'll get an automatic save against it if it's immune to being charmed.
Okay.
And I am using my Mystical Arcanum and casting Mental Prison.
It is immune to being charmed.
That's okay. So it does succeed automatically, but that still means it takes 5d10 psychic damage.
Oh.
We are just nailing this thing, Roju.
Yeah, roll those dice
Oh
for
my
me.
God.
As the mental prison's the main effect does not seem to take hold, but there's still, you can definitely still see like the form like seizes up for a moment, and the head turns like a full 180, like just like sifting over to look up at you, Gerald.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a 26 points of
Yeah,
damage, I believe.
Yeah, 5d10, so it takes the 26.
Yeah. Does not look happy with that. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna chill up in the air, out of reach. And
Arthur Orblet the Third.
Arthur
It is-
Orblet the Third.
Yeah, and you know from having fought alongside your friends a very long time that then you currently have a really good shot as Marvin is glowing. Figuratively glowing.
Figuratively glowing. So he's just gonna attack.
Yeah, which is a normal straight roll because you have disadvantage.
Yep.
And then advantage.
So normal roll coming up.
Come on, Arthur.
15?
16 is just enough.
And it hits. Yeah.
Again,
And you do not get sneak attack.
Oh.
Sorry.
I just I don't think you heard when we pointed it out, Roju, but Arthur's wielding Serenray's Sunblade and Rudy's channeling the power of Urgathoa. It's literally two polar opposites fighting this one avatar at the same time. It's very ironic, I think.
So
I quite like it.
it was a 9
Yep.
in the end. But he's going to use Horde Breaker and attack a mushroom real quick.
Yeah,
Oh,
feel
go for it.
free.
Just 'cause, regular Tuesday.
Smack! Just angrily whop at one of the mushrooms. It is with disadvantage against the mushrooms.
13.
13 will hit.
Take this mushroom.
Wow.
Stupid mushroom.
Super
Or
mushroom.
14.
14 is a good hit, yeah. The mushroom's still standing though.
Second attack, he's going to go back to Big Boy.
Okay.
Or normal. Oh, yuck.
Yeah. No, it's actually with
It's
disadvantage. You only had
disadvantage,
advantage on the first, so.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
you're not
I'll
gonna
roll it
hit.
again, but it's not going to get better. Nah.
Oh.
You would have- Second attack, you go to strike and you just have like a moment of vertigo from the nausea. And at the end of your turn, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, Arthur.
Let's go, Arthur. Let's go. 18.
18 is a success.
Yay!
2 success. Yes.
That's good. That's good.
I did forget to ask, do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Arthur is just preparing his Arthur's True Strike
At what target?
at the big boy.
At the big boy. Very good. George, it's your go.
Yes. Is it physically would I be able to tell that Gerald's attack did damage to it?
Yes, you would have. Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
But
Then
you
that...
would also realize that it is immune to charm effects from this.
Okay, thank you. Both things were necessary for me to know.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit it with a psychic glance now that I can hurt it.
Didn't George get held though, or is that?
Oh, yeah, I'm paralyzed.
Yes, you're held. At the end of your turn, you
Sorry,
can make a saving
Guda.
throw.
No, it's good that you said something. So
I forgot.
what can I do? I've never had a character paralyzed before, so I do
You
not...
can make a saving throw.
Okay, and that is all. I'm going to fail this. I'm calling it now.
No.
Are you?
Desna's watching now.
You saved. You are no longer paralyzed. And it is the Avatar's turn.
Desna and I are gonna have a talk.
Let's
No,
see.
you got the intervention exactly when you needed it.
George is just mad. This
What
is
do
so
we
BM.
got? What do we got? I'm just gonna.
Desna,
It's got
not Des.
Arthur. Arthur's already not feeling very good. It is going to just hold out a hand, and once again, you see almost like a flower that starts inflating and then just poofing in Arthur's face. I need you to make a Constitution save against pacifying spores.
Ooh.
Another constitution.
Yeah,
Cousin Tushin?
15.
15 is not enough. You are
No.
stunned.
Ooh.
Yes,
Arthur
you can make
doesn't like
saving
this,
throws at
though.
the end of your turn, but until up to a minute, you are stunned.
Oh wow.
Yee.
Wow.
And then, as part of that, it is also going to hold out one hand towards Gerald and cast Infestation. Again.
Oh. I like the sound of
Disgusting.
that.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. With advantage, cause magic.
Yes.
Excellent.
I hope everyone, Cop, Rudy, Arthur, have been
That's a 20. on
healing
that
yourselves 1d4.
20. Yeah. So
Sure.
there's like a cloud of like corpse flies that just starts like they crawl out, like they just like pop out of its skin, like they have been burrowing inside, and they fly
Uh.
toward you, and you just like weave away on your broom.
Save. Not even.
And
No,
they
the
just-
hat opens its mouth and just.
Yeah,
heaves
yeah,
them up.
right. The hat eats them,
Just sucks all the flies.
vacuums them in. It's doing a full Kirby.
Yeah.
We saw the
Um,
cutest Kirby figurines today.
It is then.
And I'm like, I'm out of thank you.
What does it do? What does it do? It is no. It's gonna step up, so it's like closer to. It's got Rudy and Arthur within reach.
Alright, time to bring out the melee spells.
It is Mushroom Boys. We've got two. Actually, I'm gonna roll. That's a fail. That's a fail. They use half their movement to stand up. And, and then there's 3 attacks coming at Arthur super quick. Natural 1.
Nope.
5.
Nope.
17.
Ooh, that does hurt.
Does it hurt though?
I don't know.
Doesn't, though.
It hurts so much it crashed the combat tracker again. Wow, I love
What
this.
the hell?
You are
Oh.
still connected to Rudy.
Mhm.
So you both take 2 points of bludgeoning damage,
Yeah. So 210. Gotcha.
and you both take. No, and Arthur take 2 points of poison damage, and Rudy takes 1 point of poison damage.
Cool.
And Nana, one swings at you with
Yeah.
an 11 to hit.
That it will not hit me.
Okay, Nana, your turn. Rudy on deck.
I have just swung to hit that little last mushroom boy.
Oh, 14
I
hits. Yeah,
started
yeah, yeah.
early, and the damage is 15.
The
Oh.
damage is 15. It is. Oh god,
Efficiency.
it's dead. Yeah. Oh, Nana, good.
I started rolling very early.
Yeah, like at the end of your turn, just start rolling
Yeah,
for
yeah.
next. No,
For
that's
the
perfect.
next one.
Hmm.
Perfect.
So Nana, you managed to swing and you take down the last Myconid that had come your way, and you see no more around. There's still like remnants of them, like whatever bones were making up their physical form, giving them the shape, is just scattered on the ground.
Mm.
But besides that, all you can see now is that there's a bunch of mushy boys currently trying to gang up on Arthur, and the avatar of Marvin is being an ass towards everyone.
Yes, and I look towards those three, sort of with like the infestation, and I want to see how hurt they look. Who looks the most hurt?
Who looks
Like
the
like,
most
like
hurt?
from the corpse flies, did that hurt too
Don't
much?
think anyone's hurt.
No,
Anyone
no,
hurt?
you're all,
No.
you're all
I'm
looking pretty
yeah.
good actually.
saving. Yeah, I'm gonna save the It's mostly just die rolls. Then I'll save everything. I'll save my bonus action, and
Okay.
I will.
And move.
I will take. I will go right up like behind Gerald, if that makes sense, and actually maybe no, kind of like in front of, between George and Gerald, if that makes sense. I just want to make it so that if he comes this way, it's actually difficult terrain for him, because as a guardian of nature, 15 feet for enemies.
Oh, so like there.
Yeah, like right
Yeah,
there, and I
okay,
want us
okay,
to
I
make
got
sure
it,
he
I
can't
got
get
it.
over to George,
Okay.
because George is
yeah.
incapacitated. Yeah, or not anymore, but yeah. Anyway.
No, he was for a short bit there. Gerald, it is your turn. Arthur, you're on deck.
All right. Eldritch Blast.
Wait, hang on, Nana.
No?
Wait, Nana's hurt, then Rudy's hurt?
No. Oh, yes, Rudy. It was Rudy's turn. Good call. I was just seeing if you were.
Rudy
if you
didn't
were,
Oh,
get
so I was
to
like,
go.
because I had the turn in my
seeing if
head, and
you're
I was
paying
like, hang
attention.
on. Sorry.
I'm just testing you.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know what I'm going to do next.
Exactly. So Rudy is going to continue his weird flourishes with the staff, thinking he looks cool, but he really doesn't. He looks like it's not that cool. And then he just jabs it straight into the avatar of Marvin, casting inflict wounds.
Oh, wonderful.
That's a 13 to hit.
13 will not hit.
That's not great.
It's because he doesn't look cool
Cast
enough.
the staff
Yeah,
away.
Yeah, it doesn't look cool enough.
Yeah.
Rudy like fumbles with it and goes, yeah, okay, maybe not. Maybe don't do that next time.
That means you can cast a spell as a bonus action.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Rudy activates. He drops the Shield of Faith. He feels confident if he's tethered to Arthur that that'll protect him enough. Arthur's got a lot of health anyway. He doesn't need it all. And then activates Spirit Shroud.
Oh.
So he activates all the lives that were lost here today, all of the druids, all of the innocent people. He draws them back to him as like ghostly forms, and essentially he's choosing a cold damage type.
Yeah, and they just start clinging to this
Yeah.
avatar like the spirits in the Disney's Hercules movie, just like, oh.
Everyone you have hurt today, everyone that you or manifestation of your will has killed, is going to come back and help us defeat you. And they're just all clawing at him as Rudy summons them.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a D4 inspiration for that. That's pretty cool.
Let's fucking go.
Thank you.
Those are pretty cool.
Thank you. And yeah, that'll be it. He's staying right there, right next to.
And now it's Gerald's turn.
Mhm.
Are you blasting?
Well, who knows? I could do anything, Josie. You don't
Oh,
really
yeah?
know.
No.
Mhm.
No. I mean, you could lightning bolt, I
Sure.
suppose, if you
No,
wanted
I'm
to.
actually gonna
fly away.
cast. I'm gonna cast a sorcerer spell.
Wow.
No, actually, that's a lie. It's
That's a lie.
it's a.
You're gonna get a
technically-
warlock spell with
Technically,
what?
it's actually a wizard spell.
Oh, okay.
using my magic initiate feat. I'm going to cast the one use of Tasha's hideous laughter on this thing, and I'll
Oh,
see
shit.
how it like. Oh wait, no, hold on. I can't do that because it's concentration, and I'm holding the curse on it. So no, we're just gonna blast. You were right all along.
Okay. Okay, I see.
I do love that though.
27 hits.
27 hits, 14
Yeah.
force damage.
To be fair, these blasts are like Arthur's arrows. They're fairly constant and really useful. Like,
31
Yeah.
to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
13 force damage. I'm just gonna roll all the necrotic at the end.
Yeah.
22 to hit, and
Yeah, it hits.
oh, another good one. 13 force damage.
13 force damage. It is bloodied.
Nice. And then 3 pings on the hex.
Mhm.
1, 5,
2, 3.
and 1. Jesus.
So 7 points.
It's 7 necrotic damage.
Oh, that's necrotic. It seems to not be having full effect.
Error.
Oh.
But it's 3 separate instances, so it's because 151 probably just ends up being
It's 4
what,
damage
4?
total.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the end of your turn?
That is all. I
Anything
can
else?
do.
Oh, okay. Arthur, your go.
Arthur is gonna attack the big boy.
Big boy
Big boy.
with your true strike, so you have a flat roll.
Flat roll of 14.
Yeah, misses.
Gonna attack Mushroom Boy now.
Yeah, you go to swing, but it just like just too sickened. Like you just keep this stomach's turning.
Yeah,
Have
Arthur's not feeling too
disadvantage
great.
on these.
Yep, so 22
Oh,
was
that
the
one hits.
lowest.
That one hits. Yeah.
For 9 points of damage.
Which is enough. You take one down. Pass it
Arthur's
all
taking
around.
down these mushy boys.
Let's
99 mushroom
go.
boys on the wall. Wait, what?
And now he's
What?
going back to the big boy again.
Okay.
He rolls again for disadvantage. Come on. You know what? 26
You
is the
hit.
lowest he can get.
Whoa.
I love
Yeah.
it.
You hit. Okay,
Nice.
roll some damage for us. You do have sneak attack on this one.
Yeah, and that'll be 14 plus 18.
Yeah, the numbers on this look so weird.
Yeah, it really does you because that radius.
18 points is good. Yeah.
Unless
it's-
he's undead, but I doubt that.
No. As you strike the sword in, like, looks at you, and every time anyone hurts it, like, the head just turns in that person's direction, like, it just...
And when he looks
Even
at
whenever, like, Gerald shoots, like, it just, like, twists back, but it's not like it twists back, like, with the neck, it's more like it just, like, angles the head, like, the face just moves to be on the top.
Oh, I hate that.
Arthur sort of goes, when it looks at him, goes, "Is this starting to hurt you?" And smiles.
I will hurt you.
You already.
Anything for bonus action?
Arthur is just gonna tease it a bit more and go, "You might have poisoned me a little, but I bet this hurts more."
We shall see. If it's the end of your turn, you need to make a con save.
Yep.
Oh,
Arthur's
this could be the
already-
one.
I want him to succeed after all that bravado speech.
He does not.
No,
Oh.
you are
Two.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. The next one is
This
in.
is
is-
why George has told you to leave the taunting to him.
True.
Sometimes
He has
it
said this
works,
time and
sometimes
time
it
again.
doesn't.
I don't know. Rudy just got the inspiration earlier, so
George,
sometimes
it is
taunting
your
works.
turn.
Yes. Now I will psychic land.
Now you will psychic.
To be
Lance.
fair, the psychic lance has been very useful in the past.
It's a very
Yeah.
good lance.
Can I just point out the fact that this thing has like a lot of fun tricks, but it has like specific triggers, and you just managed to avoid all of them.
Wow.
Wait, now I'm scared I'm about to act.
Yes.
No, no.
No, it's
Okay,
already
it's
taken
fine.
psychic damage. It's
Yeah,
already
it has,
taken
yeah.
psychic
Okay,
damage
okay,
once.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
what's psychic lens about? You need me to make a save?
DC, Intelligence 16.
Intelligence. I'm gonna use my second and last legendary resistance.
I figured you might, which
Wow.
is why I'm using Psychic Lance now, because I can cast higher levels.
Yeah, I do believe I
Nice.
still take half damage.
You do. You are not incapacitated, though. Rounding down, correct? So 15
Yes, 15.
damage.
Yes. So the head, like the face, just like morphs and sets in the back of the head, staring daggers at
Oh
George.
no.
Oh.
I hate that.
Anything else on your turn, George?
He's gonna back up away.
Just gonna back up a bit.
Yeah, the ratchet's gonna just come in tow, just meat shielding it. We're like,
Lean back. Lean back.
And I think that's all.
Although you do have bonus action if you want to Bardic Inspire or anything.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna double my move backwards because I'm gonna use my little jet dash back because I cast a spell.
So as you lean back, you just like hover backwards in the air.
A little bit
Oh
more.
my god, I love that.
Is George running away?
No,
George?
George is
Are
back.
you running away?
I got the range. Don't worry.
Okay.
Now is the question. Now is the question.
I'll make sure nothing else comes from the woods.
It's.
Thumbs up. Josie's questioning something and I don't trust it.
I am. I've had enough of you. And it's again going to just like grab down like on Arthur and even bigger just inhales and then the spores just covering as I'm going to cast Blight at 6th level.
Oh shit!
Okay. This is where the double HP comes
Can
into
we
play.
get a Constitution save from Arthur?
Arthur's gonna attempt.
Aye!
Okay, you are taking 10d8
Ooh.
of damage.
Halved.
True.
Oh yeah, this is
True.
split.
This is split. This is the reason for it.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
guys,
see.
I got some dice. for you.
Okay, so Arthur, you take 27 points
that's
of
alright.
poison damage.
Even if that was full.
That's actually
Oh,
less scary than it
baby.
even
Give it to
Yeah,
me,
it-
Josie.
No, look, because it's still a big spell.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's
yeah,
so
oh, it is,
scary.
yeah.
I was just, I didn't
Like
realize
if it
that.
hadn't been
But-
tethered, Arthur would have been down to near single digits.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
well,
yeah,
that would have been
absolutely.
double. So 27 double. What's that? 54.
Or
Mm.
yeah,
Arthur-
so you would have been down
Arthur's
to
still okay.
14. You would have been down to 14 hit.
Arthur
Mm.
would
And
have been okay.
and about to possibly be hit by that contagion.
Exploded.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you could have been.
So
what was
but
that?
yeah, so that means that means 12 points to Rudy.
Mhm.
Wow.
Cool. And 12 10 hit points.
I'm checking.
That worked
Yeah,
out
no,
real
you've
well
been
for you.
you've been avoiding a lot of things. It is the 2 remaining mushroom boys are just gonna keep playing fisticuffs with Arthur Orblet.
With his ankles this time.
No, it's kneecaps.
Keep working
The
with
first one is a 13.
Nope.
And the second one is a 4.
I love how we're just ignoring them at this point. It feels
Hang
like
on,
hang on,
close
hang
to
on. You guys aren't ignoring them. Arthur's
You're
ignoring them.
ignoring them and they're like, hey!
Every now
Now,
and again,
your
he
go,
goes,
Rudy, you're up next.
No.
Oh my god, I didn't pre-roll, but that's just embarrassing.
Are you
That is
gonna
okay.
run up with Burn Sword?
Do you know what? I'm actually not. I've got something better. I'm gonna hit him with Produce Flame.
Oh, okay.
Because it just has a little bit more, like 3d8, you know. So
Oh,
it's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
fair.
Like that seems like
No,
it
that's,
could be
that's a
pretty
smart
good.
move.
Yeah.
That's-
So
that's true.
and then I won't have to use my hidden paths as well, at least at the moment. So it's a, what did you say? A dirty 20?
20? Yeah, that'll
That's
hit.
Dirty 20.
There
yeah.
we go.
Look at Cuddly Raptor learning terminology and
I
having
just
some
think that
solid
one's
moves
funny.
tonight. All your turns tonight have been really solid.
Oh, thanks. I don't know how I've stayed out of the way. I think it's because I'm short and he just doesn't care about. It's like Arthur with the mushrooms, and he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
no,
Yeah.
not my
Yeah,
problem.
no.
Okay.
Not great though. Only 6 fire damage. Boo! But that's okay.
As you throw this little bolt of fire, you see the face like reappears at the back of the head and just eats the little mote of fire, and
Oh.
is using absorb elements. So instead, you see the fists light on fire in the front of the
Oh.
body.
Oh.
So it takes 3 points of damage, but its next attack
will
deals
be
fire damage.
Fire base.
Ah!
Sorry about that. That's my move.
That's a neat
I
trick.
usually use that one. She's kind of just like, yeah, that was a good one.
Wow, it's almost like
okay.
you're both druids.
Wait, did the
Oh yeah! I forgot.
Hmm.
Damn, it's almost like we have the same spells. Marvin, I feel a connection.
Wow.
Wow. I'm gonna give my boys some dice then, in that case. How many do I have to give? Where are you?
I don't know.
Pretty sure I have 10 left. I'm just trying to check. Yes, I do. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I've got 10 left. I'm gonna give.
remember
Only
any
use
healing?
up to half at any one point. Half of your max, I believe.
Oh, my max. Okay, I'm gonna give him 5 then.
So one of us just
just-
roll it, and then.
Yeah, just like split it between you two. Yeah.
So what's the total?
You
even
still
both-
roll it as one source.
Yeah, that's what I'm
but
thinking.
you would.
I can
Yeah, you
roll
would
it
each
if you
get
want.
2 10 hit
Yeah,
points,
you roll
though.
it, Josie. You roll and you tell us.
Are you splitting it? Are you giving both of them? Can you give
Well,
multiple sources? Because the
I.
temp hit points don't get split.
No. You can give it to one creature. So I'll give it to Arthur. Let's give
Okay,
it to
how
Arthur.
many?
So he gets the 10 hit points. So he
Yep,
gets
yep,
5. And then he gets the D6. So
Okay,
5
so-
D6.
Yeah, I rolled that to
Split.
14, so you get 7 hit points each, but Arthur gets the 5 temp. Is that correct?
Yeah, you could probably use that.
Yep, that's perfect because Rudy had 12 temps, so that works
Heal.
perfectly.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
brilliant. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And she's staying there, so nothing else.
Okay, you're
That's-
staying there. Rudy, your go.
Yeah, so Rudy is going to essentially go. He's done talking. He feels like the time for talk is over, and he's just going to swing that staff straight at the avatar.
Just slap with staff.
Yeah, except why are you popping up with a okay, yeah, okay, just roll. No? Okay, just roll please. No, just roll. No, stop.
In your action tab where it says plus, you click the plus.
Yeah,
it
the
says
+7,
to
and
hit
then it
plus.
just comes up with Staff of Withering, and then it just gives me all the charge information. No, I just want to slap him.
Yeah, pick him up.
I just want to slap him. Let me.
Then what is the plus? Just make a custom roll real
Yeah,
quick
you're
and
right.
add the
Yeah.
plus in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You know what? We're just gonna add 7 to whatever this is. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
21 hits, yes.
And you know what? Fuck it. We'll activate a charge. Why not?
Let's
Okay.
go.
So you roll
So-
2d10 damage on top of the regular damage.
Okay, so
Wow.
here is the regular bludgeoning. Oh my god. Okay, it just doesn't want to play nice with the... Okay, cool. Okay, so it's 1d6 plus 2.
Mhm.
So we'll start with... start with 4 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, still 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right. Wait.
And then 2d10.
Yeah, and then 2d10. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna have to read this up because it's a little odd. Then 2d10 necrotic, I believe.
Yes, which
Yeah.
it is resistant to, so
Yeah,
it takes
yeah.
half.
But
But hey,
then we get the
it's
cold.
not looking good. It's not looking good.
No, but the Spirit Shroud activates as well because I've hit it. So we also get
Oh,
the
shit.
cold damage. Hold on,
How
we're
much
not
is
done
that?
yet.
Yeah, let's
We're
go.
not
Oh
done.
god, you're just stacking it on.
Yeah,
throws the
this is
wrong
why
damage.
Rudy's stacking the physical hit. So Spirit Shroud is a 1d8 of cold. So
Hey.
there we go. So add on another 1 cold damage to it.
Hey, it's look. As we,
We
say
love it.
in the Sweden
It all
land,
adds up.
all brooks make a river.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And then on that note, we will cast Healing Word
Oh,
on Arthur as well. Now that is technically a ranged spell, yeah.
it is, but it's not an attack roll.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet. So Arthur will heal half of 15 rounded down, so that's 7. Yeah?
7.
7 to each.
7
of
to
us.
both of you.
Yep.
Yay.
Did you get that all?
82 points of health.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. And that would be it. Rudy has to continue his concentration on the shroud. So
Gerald, your turn. And
Okay.
Arthur is on deck. The avatar of Marvin is not looking good. It's, but it doesn't seem to really have a lot of self-preservation.
Mm.
Yeah, I suppose it is just an avatar after all.
yeah.
All right, I'm casting Eldritch Blast. 17 to hit.
Go.
17 hits.
And that's 8 force damage on the first one.
8 force damage.
Next one is definitely going to hit 32.
It's a hit.
Terrible damage, though, 6.
Yeah.
And the third blast is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And another minimum damage, 6 on that one.
Okay, and give us 3d6 of necrotic.
Yep. I'm just going to do a custom. It's quicker. Pew!
Pew pew.
It's a 5, a 1, and a 4.
5, 1,
so
4, so
5 damage
2, 1,
total.
2. 5, yes.
Yep.
It is not looking good. The form is withering. Parts of plant matter are starting to just fall off. Where it's moving, the pieces are rolling. Like lower body is starting to like lose pieces. Like they're just like falling off to the ground and staying where they are.
I just want to point out, I know we have certain things we need to hit tonight, but it is
Yeah.
11:30.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to get us through.
Yeah. No.
We're almost there. It's single digits.
Yeah.
Single digits.
Oh, man.
As it is now,
Bring it home.
Arthur Orwell's
If I wasn't rolling those ones.
Bring it home, Arthur.
Go.
Come
Bring
on.
it home.
Arthur Orbit is also gonna
You have the true strike.
Yes.
Let's
True
go.
strike.
Yeah.
He's gonna roll for a 21.
Hits. Come on. Come on. You
After
do
all
have
that
sneak on this.
taunting.
For 21 points of damage.
Give it to us, Arthur.
So Arthur, filled with rage of feeling sick and everything, just sick of the whole battle. He actually goes for jumps, has blade, and he's got the blade facing downwards as he drives it down into the middle of it and goes, "Take this!"
As you do, as the blade comes down, you bisect this creature. Like going from top to bottom. And as you do, all the various fungus monsters around in Bandoria turn and look at Arthur. And I click the fucking thing, sire! They all look at you, and unanimously, at the same time, they all speak. I will kill you.
Oh.
And they all just fall to pieces. All the various creatures that were covered in fungus and mushroom and growth just fall. Some still alive, possibly able to be saved, but most dead. Carcasses now litter the streets of Bandoria. But so does a calmness. But before you can all take a proper breath, George, you hear almost a sigh in your ear. Finally, I heard your prayers, George, and I have not forgotten. You have done so much. It's only been a few days, but you have not strayed from the path once. I will give you what you are searching for. And George, as you look around, there's no source where that voice come from. But as you turn your eyes to the northeast, you know that's where she is. Your sister, lost among mountains covered in mist far to the northeast. You know who she is. And you know innately how to get there. Not only the direction, but your mind creates, when you close your eyes, a path. Follow the roads to the east. Take the ships across the sea rivers. Head north. Another ship. And then you can see winding paths through mountains. Dense fog filled with those who have gone lost, but not you. You know what path to take. You know where you need to go.
I would think the feeling of relief just washes over him, especially all the tension of the battle just leaves his body and he just falls to his knees on the ground. And I imagine both the giant mouse and Benjamin come out and kind of nuzzle him in comfort.
Oh,
The rest of
George,
you
are
just
you
see
alright?
George fall to his knees. Yeah.
Is it over?
It's over. George, are you all right?
I think so. Gods do exist. Huh. Well, still a little skeptical. Sorry, Desna. Lady Desna.
Arthur wants to walk forward very weakly and goes, George.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Can Rudy assist the Constitution essentially like immediately knowing because he would know the spell, I'm pretty sure. Right.
You know the spell.
So he would know maybe of like maybe various pressure points or anything that he could like I know.
No, this is like immune system we're talking about.
Yeah.
Arthur's about to roll.
Okay.
Arthur's
Okay.
There we
rolling.
go.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
You fucking got it.
Hey,
You
okay,
fucking got the
buddy.
crit. There
But
you go.
but Arthur's still gonna go and sort of puts one hand on George and goes, George, I'm glad that you are a friend, our party member, and he's slowly fallen over.
And Nana's like,
And-
not on George. No.
And I love you, mate. You're best friend. And falls and he's gone unconscious on the ground.
Well,
too
that's
weak.
Hang on. Actually unconscious or pretending?
No, well, in game he's
he's
Yeah.
he's
'cause
too weak
as
from
he's-
everything.
Yes, he's definitely feeling weak, but
Mm.
immediately the visible symptoms are alleviated. You are no longer poisoned, Arthur.
Yay.
The paleness, like flush, returns to his face. He stops sweating. He isn't feeling like clammy cold like you might expect someone to be. But he definitely was
Exhausted.
on the cusp of having
Let's
a
just
really
say
bad
he's super
time.
exhausted, and that made him go.
We're just
Okay.
looking at him
He's
lying on the
fine.
ground,
Walk
and he's
it
just like,
off.
Yeah, because Rudy's still tethered to him. So Rudy's just like,
Yeah,
okay, everything's
you
fine.
can
He's
tell
fine.
that he's fine.
He's absolutely fine. Don't worry about him. He's just look. The poor boy's just tuck it out. He's all right.
Nana's still fussing.
you hear a tsoo, 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 as another like 3 eldritch blasts hit the corpse of the pile.
Always double tap. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
approve.
And he's like, did it do anything?
It's dead, Gerald. Come down.
All right.
And all you hear is Arthur snoring at this point.
Sit
Mhm.
down, sort of sees George on the ground. Oh, you all right, George? He didn't get you, did he?
No, I think I know where. Remind me out of character. Was Nana the only one that George told about the sister, or did he tell everyone that he was looking for her? I cannot remember.
I believe
it
it was just,
just Nana.
Nana.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's just Anna.
Okay,
It's just
I just
Nana.
wanted to double check. Sorry.
Mhm.
And he's kind of still like at a loss for like because he didn't believe in gods until recently, so this is all very like weird to him. Like he still had like a little bit of doubt how powerful gods could actually be, or that they could actually be helpful.
I mean, we still have those doubts.
I mean, I hear you. I just the veil. It's too. I'm sorry.
So
hello.
So he's a little flabbergasted. So he's kind of at a loss for words. So he's like, I think I can. I know where she is. And he kind of looks at Nana and he goes, I know how to find her. And like tears start coming from his eyes. He's like, I need to go find her. And he looks like he's almost like begging for permission because he knows Nana knows, and he doesn't know how to get this across to everyone else. But he's almost like begging for permission to go.
Yeah. Nana puts a hand on his shoulder as he sort of cries and just nods.
Just nods.
And he just nods.
Just
and
like,
she kind
'cause
of
he
looks
doesn't-
around, realizes no one else knows what the fuck he's
Gives
talking
the
about.
thumbs up.
George, you're not making any sense.
Jill's just sort of like very confused and like awkward. That George is like in tears and he's like awkward pat on the head. Like, there, George. Whatever it is, will be all right.
George,
Yes,
is
it
it
will.
the person you were looking for?
Yes. Desna. Lady Desna. Sorry, I'll get used to it. He kind of looks up at the I'll get used to it.
No, George, they're not up there. Oh, never mind.
That's not gonna convince him. He'll look up every time.
Thumbs up to the sky.
Lady Desna, I have a sister, and I lost her a long time ago. And I don't know why she chose now, but she said I was doing good, so I'll just continue being good, I guess.
Doing good, George. You just literally helped save an entire city. That's doing good.
Not an entire. And he kind of takes a breath to collect himself. Lady Desna showed me where my sister is and how to get to her. I've been enjoying every moment, well, most moments that I spent with you guys.
And Arthur sort of rolls over. Most? And he sort of come back to, what?
I don't really know how to use the word love, so I'll just say that I like every one of you.
No, what is happening? Is George leaving?
I think I have to. I know she's alive, and I until like 2 days ago, I didn't even know that was true, and now I know where to find her. I know you guys are preparing for the worst right now, and I will come back. I promise. I just have to make sure she's okay first. I have to, and truth be told, I feel like while I enjoy spending time with you guys, I don't think I'm a hero. I don't think I'm bad at combat, but I'm not a hero unlike the rest of you. You guys I've never met heroes before I've met the lot of you. And I think that term is what suits you guys the most out of anyone I've ever met in any of the planes that I've been to. You guys are heroes. As chaotic and as clumsy as you may be.
I mean,
Heroes. But I am not. At least not yet. I will come back. But I need to be a hero and get my sister first. Please understand. I need to get my sister.
No, of course. Our travels do take us many places, George. Is it anywhere that we may travel with you on our way to somewhere, or?
I'll have to go on a boat and cross water. and it's past mountains, and I don't want to derail your missions. I don't feel like I am particularly needed for your missions, truth be told.
Arthur sort of sits up and goes,
And
such a dangerous way. Please take my sunblade.
Arthur, I appreciate this. I do not know how to use a sword.
Oh, Arthur, that is so
Here's a
like
blind
you.
kid at sword.
Yeah.
Arthur sort of backtracks to you and sort of starts rummaging through the bag and goes, look, I haven't
George,
been
what have you got there?
unable-
A knife?
I haven't been able to part with this, but I will part with it for you. And rolls out the immovable rod.
Wait. What?
It's for you, if you want it.
Kind of look at it. How do I use it?
Oh, it's easy.
What
see
does
this
it
button?
do?
See this button? Gerald, can we borrow your broom for a second?
Absolutely not.
That sounds dangerous.
But basically, whatever you put this on, while pressing this button, they won't move at all. It defies gravity, essentially.
No, it anchors itself in space, time, and this dimension, Arthur. Where have you been?
All right, you've got my answer. You've got his answer.
Gerald's answer is the correct one, though.
It's more
thank you,
technical
Rudy.
than mine, yes, but
Also more correct. And at this, Rudy undoes the shackles.
and then Arthur sort of rips off one of a bit of his sleeve and ties it around the movable rod and says it's to remember us by.
I'm not gonna be old when I come back. I'll remember you. I'm not 3,
I know.
but I appreciate this.
I'm not. Wow. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Every time you look at this and you're gonna go that full Arthur, and now Arthur's sort of like starting to welt up a bit that you're leaving. He's getting cranky about that, so he's like, "It's just to remember us by." And he puts it in your hand and he starts sort of turning around to hide.
Will you be leaving us straight away, George? Can we? I feel something.
George, if you stay a night, I can help you get on your way tomorrow. I just need to rest.
I think we all need to rest. While I'd love to leave immediately, I'm a little spent from that, and I don't know if I can stand up yet. My legs are a little numb. That was a lot of fighting. Not used to that much fighting.
I am exhausted as well.
George, it's been a pleasure to have you with us, and family is the most important thing, and sometimes it's found family and sometimes it's blood relations, and I wish you all the best on your journey. And she kind of gives George a little look, like a talk to me later look. Wink wink, nudge nudge, say no more.
I feel like George and Nana are getting very used to those looks.
Yeah, they just kind of yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go and sleep on it, and in the morning, we will decide our courses of action.
Before that, Gerald, you've mentioned your book of communication.
Yes.
Let me write my name in it. So if you ever need me, I will try and come running.
Oh, yes. That's probably a good idea. Well,
At this point, it's going to be a phone book for adventurers that we have on speed dial. What? We've got Goose. We've got.
well, I can have 5 in it at any given time at the moment. So, so let's see. So we're gonna have. I'll still have, because I've got the Queen. I've still got Goose, right? And then George, and then I guess
I
Nana.
believe you have Nana.
and Rudy.
It must be. I can't
Yeah,
think of
I
anyone
think
else. Yeah.
that'll be
Yeah.
the set.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down for myself.
But as Gerald opens his book and George goes to sign his name, the camera, if you will, pans over Bandoria, where immediately the people of the city have started clearing off these fallen beasts, interring them into the earth as is their custom. Gianna Greensprout coming down the tree in her own pace, seeing what has befallen. We see various districts of the city. We see the troll having suffered grievous wounds that are slowly healing. We see an angry little fluttering dryad that's currently in the process of angry curb stomping mushrooms. We see Hadar currently tending to one of the injured animals. We see Tristwald leaving the city, calling his druids to reclaim the perimeter and check the rest of the forest. We also see an angry woman currently yelling at a sword. But the camera then pans further away. We follow the road that was described to George to the east, past Ebonspire, to a grand lake at the very, very eastern shores of the West Shard, to what is colloquially referred to as the North Sluice. We follow across the river oceans. We see the halfling hills of the eastern shards. We see the ivory mountains. And we follow the beach all the way to Siltbream in the north, where we see a boat, a canoe, with several elves disembarking the small village. And we follow even further north across more ocean, past an island covered in darkness. And we then follow a winding path along misty, spiking, spiraling mountaintops, where we see a small young girl tending to the wounds of a tall man, dabbing his back with a moist towel. His wings have been severed, and he says to her in Celestial, "I can still see what my eyes see, even though they were stolen." And that's where we're going to end for today. And Dramonia will be going on a break for next week.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we will see you back here in 2 weeks.
That's right.
What?
I'll
I
be
wanted
back
to
in
leave
just
you with
60 seconds.
a little of juice. I want to leave you with a little
Nice.
juice.
That's a little juice. But so we're not getting to say goodbye to George in the morning.
We don't have time. We're gonna have to make that in a bit of a quick recap way version. When we
Yes.
come back, we might be like a couple of days
I was gonna
later.
give him something in the morning.
Yeah, well, we can do that off screen. We can do that
All
off
right.
camera. We can decide. But yes, when we come back to Dramonia, it will be like a couple of days have passed. Some things may have happened. But yeah,
And-
that's where we're gonna have to end it for today.
I
To
do
be
have
clear,
to
the
ask one.
DL. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead, you first.
My one question is, what disease would Arthur get if he failed?
I would have
Oh,
rolled
yeah.
a die. I would have
Alright.
rolled a die among the available options.
Can you
I
roll
would
it
not
down
have
now and
just
say?
picked one.
Just to see what it
No,
would be.
no. We'll see
Oh.
if it happens again, because you still have to fight the real Marvin at some
Yeah.
point.
That's
True.
Avatar.
Who's
Arthur's
probably in
just
the
this
frickin'-
close, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we'll have to fight the other chipmunks as well.
I'm super proud of this one though. Like I painted it myself. It's one of like I've only painted a handful of minis in my life.
That's really
Oh,
cool.
that
No, I
is
like
cool.
that.
And before going off to Gouda, is 3 natural 3 and 20s this tonight. I'm super proud. And Arthur was a tank for once, which is also really different.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, the
That'd be
cleric and the ranger on the front.
So you're
line
saying
are
you wouldn't
holding it
really
up.
need a tank? All right, interesting.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well,
What-
Cuddly knows.
Yes. What I was gonna say is the TLDR for everyone in chat. George is leaving. I will not be here even when Dramonia, returns from their break. I am going on a little bit of a hiatus. I will miss you guys all, and I will probably see you guys in chat if I am up at those hours.
Yes.
Probably on mobile though, because I may not even be in the
In
state.
bed.
Just
One eye
lurking.
open, like what?
What is going on? What have they done? What is Arthur doing?
You forgot to turn off the internet for the night, and every time a dice gets rolled at a dice tray, your phone goes off. You're like,
I've
shit, I should have muted that server. God damn it.
already done. I am
Yeah.
prepared for my hiatus. I had a checklist.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
But yes, we will be missing Gouda. Gouda will return, but we have no set date for it. Gouda has some personal stuff to go through, some work things, some personal things, and then also, like, Gouda is still getting up at an ungodly hour to play
Oh
with
my
us,
God,
being
yeah,
on American
right.
time.
Sessions start at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure-
we've offered, like, if Gouda needed a longer break, and Gouda was like, yeah, I need a longer break.
I'm sure it doesn't need to be said, and I'm sure you guys said it while I was off to the little Froze room. But Gouda, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
For all these
Thank you, guys.
sessions. It's been
From
absolutely wonderful. You bring a lot of energy to the campaign. A lot of really fun, chaotic energy. It's been a really good time. So just a big thank you from me for joining.
from the
all
little
of us, really.
thief in that
We
one
love George.
inn in Bora.
We love George.
Oh
Fucking
yeah.
thief.
We love
Yeah.
George. We love Gouda.
Turn from
Yeah.
the worst
Yeah.
Love
to
you
the
guys,
best boy.
George might not be able to say this, but I love you guys. I
Aw.
enjoy
No.
spending time with you guys.
We love you
Stop
And I
it.
appreciate you guys.
He's sappy.
Now we need to get
Don't
Cuddly
miss
real
it.
dice for one more reason, to channel the Gouda of using
True.
real dice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I might be
Never mind, though.
sending her some dice for the
Okay.
holidays.
Yeah.
Next
that's
week,
cool.
we'll make sure she gets some.
Yeah,
It's gonna
we'll
be
get-
a
It
lot.
can't be this
Guys?
month because
Yeah.
it'll be a lot of money.
For
but-
those wondering, there will be no Dramonia next week because there is PAX,
PAX
and I believe
Australia.
every one of you all except for Gouda and I are going there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We will
so-
all be
Yeah.
there. So if anyone
Mm.
else is going to be there at PAX Oz,
Mhm.
let us know in our Discords. We'd love
Yes,
to say
please do.
hi.
Don't let
Yeah.
me know. I won't
Yeah,
see
I'll
it.
be crying because there's no D&D that day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know about the others, but this is actually my last stream until the essential weekend after PAX, so about a week and a half. So there'll be no streams from myself,
week.
AussieDevFro, for quite some time.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know for the others here, but I'll be recording. I will have my camera with me. I'll have
Yep.
many batteries with me. I'll do
Yep.
my best to capture as much as I can of it all. We may not be able to live stream it because not everyone might be comfortable with that, but we can definitely have a look into making sure you all see the chaos that we get up to as Weather Storm descends upon Melbourne.
That's what we should just call the whole arc.
Weather Storm
Yeah.
descends upon Melbourne.
But yeah, on that, my last stream is tomorrow.
Okay, so we crash Orb stream tomorrow. Gotcha.
My
Okay,
last stream forever is. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, hello.
Wow.
What are we doing?
I can't believe-
This.
Yeah, my last stream is tomorrow until the following Wednesday, Thursday. Again, I can't live stream while I'm down in Melbourne because some people aren't comfortable being on live streams, so I want to make sure that everyone is accounted and feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, I believe this is the wrap.
This is the wrap. It is also 5 minutes to midnight. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is the
yeah.
wrap.
Thank you for staying essentially an hour overtime just so we could wrap this up.
It's all good.
Thank you
It's fine.
guys.
Not a problem.
Awesome.
Not a
Some
problem.
of, some of the offices have had the daylight savings shift. I have mine in 3 weeks,
Oh shit.
I believe.
Yeah.
No, 4 weeks. So we're gonna have to
Spoilers.
discuss the scheduling for when that comes.
Good old daylight savings.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I think the only one who's unaffected is like Orb.
Oh.
Orb is always the same.
Yeah.
Orb's just sitting pretty, going, yeah. This is fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
Orb could be affected depending on the rest of the group.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're the one who doesn't have daylight savings.
No, no. Why would I have that? It was still sun 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
Mm.
in Queensland.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you, it's we're getting into winter season in Swedenland, and yeah,
Yes.
I have like an hour and a half of daylight left.
The old Swedish
today.
winter, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like I think like by the time we do daylight savings shift, most Swedes just say bye, son. See you in May.
Are you gonna keep going, JC, at all?
No, I do not have the spoons. So I was thinking, are we being nefarious and raiding Penny Meowie? Because we're trying to get Penny Meowie to come play with us.
Are
Always. That's
we?
always the thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can
Or-
definitely do that.
Or do we raid Fishy, who just went live and is doing some character creation stuff in Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, Penny
Those
is
are
doing
two great
Cyberpunk,
options.
so I
And
think
we were
so-
trying to be nefarious for both of them. This is true.
So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we should go Fishy for the fact it's Dungeons and Dragons,
True.
where
That sounds kind of fishy, though, don't you think?
Mm, mm.
Ah,
You know
Ah,
what?
oh my
Because there's a part, it
God.
makes me want to do it more.
Oh
you
my
know?
god.
Yeah,
Oh my
that-
god.
Yeah,
Oh my
I say we should. Let's do it.
We should
To
what?
Fishy.
let's
it.
stop
We're going to
swimming
Fishy?
around.
Go
Can
for it. Tip
I
the
have-
scales in your favor.
Can someone
I'm
write
gonna
Fishy's name in my chat, please?
Yes,
Alright,
yes.
I'm on to it.
Hold on.
I'm gonna take like a minute to say goodbye over here, and I will see you all when the raid goes through.
Thanks, Orb.
very
Got
Alrighty.
it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
So long.
Bye.
Bye forever.
No.
Alrighty.